are live here on YouTube for the Duels at Daytona as we are getting ready to go here. Welcome on in. Hopefully everybody's having a good time. I know I certainly am. Again, I apologize for the delay. I was giving a friend a ride home from work, so yeah, and because of us getting a late start on that, we were unable to get that one done. But there we go. Welcome on in. We got 4 people hanging out in chat, and again, we will be getting this one going. All right. First off, Mike, um, it's not a. First off, it's not a football stream. I get it. I also cover the NFL. I'm not going to constantly answer questions about NFL stuff. I haven't looked at much, if any, of the college prospects outside of like 1 or 2 players. So again, I'm not going to answer 25,000 questions about players I haven't really looked into yet. So there we go. Alright, so there we go. We are chilling out though. And so they're talking about on the pre-race show they're talking about the pressure on the drivers who are not locked in. You've got Justin Allgaier for Junior Motorsports attempting to try and lock his way into the field. He will have to drive his way in, or he'll have to hope that either Martin Truex Jr. or Jimmy Johnson can win their duel there. So there we go. So there we go. All right, so welcome on in. We got 10 people hanging out in chat. Again, thank you guys for everybody that has decided to spend a portion of your very valuable time here with us as we are getting ready to go. And again, they're talking about Duel 2 here. Okay, so Cindric and Logano. Duel 2 really is going to be a duel where we're going to get to see the teammates battling it out at the front of the field as the front 3 rows are all teammates. You got the 2 Penske teammates and the 2 Gibbs teammates and the 2 Hendrick teammates on rows 1 through 3 of duel number 2. And there we go. All right, we are set up and ready for this one. So there we go. So there we go. So they've got Clint Boyer on there talking with Christopher Bell there. All right, thanks. Thanks for subscribing. Let's see. So we are chilling out here. As I still gotta share the stream around a little bit. I'm still playing a little bit catch up here because again I did literally just get back from bringing my friend home from work, so yeah, playing a little bit of catch up here. We are set up. We got that all going. Yeah. There we go. Let's keep chat in the spot where I can see it, and there we go. Alright. So yeah, again, we're about 20 minutes away from cars on track. We will be getting ready to go here shortly. Alright, so there we go. Well, I'm sorry that you feel the need to unsubscribe. Again, I'm just saying, logged in and saw 25 million questions about players I mostly have not heard of, and it's not a football. It's not specifically a football stream. And again, I haven't even looked into half of these players. I don't know who Darius Alexander is. All right. Well, enjoy whatever channel you're heading over to go watch. All right, so there we go. Again, we are chilling out here. Hopefully, everybody's having a good time. Hmm. So there we go. We got 18 people hanging out in chat. Thank you guys for everybody that has decided to spend a portion of your day here with us. Feel free to also like and subscribe if you guys are new. We've been doing these streams for a couple of years now, and as I say, we got a lot of streams upcoming. All right. Two. All right, so there we go. Again, we're about 50, we're about 20 to we're about 15 to 20 minutes away from green flag racing here. All right. So we are chilling out here. Again, hopefully everybody's having a good day. Let's see. All right, so again, we are chilling out here. We got 23 people hanging out in chat. They're not talking with Anthony Alfredo, who starts 20th in. He's starting 20th in Duel 2. Yikes, he had a really rough day yesterday. Yeah, but there we go. Again, we are chilling out here, getting ready for this one. This is also Diamond Corey LaJoy, who will also be in duel number 2, I believe, as he will be driving his number 01 car. Gonna say he's never finished better than 7th in a duel race. I think he's gonna have to do better than that if he wants to go ahead and make this one, make it into the top. If he wants to make it into the 500 this year. Hey, Kenneth, how's it going? Doing well tonight. Excited about the duels and the Daytona 500. Again, we got 4 more days of streaming in a row. We got tonight. Tonight we got the duels at Daytona. Tomorrow night we got, or tomorrow afternoon, either afternoon or night, we've got the trucks at Daytona. Then we got the Xfinity Series cars on Saturday, and then Sunday afternoon the Daytona 500. Yeah, it's a full weekend of racing. Hopefully everybody's excited. I know I certainly am. Let's go. Let's see, just playing a little bit of catch up here again because I'm a little bit behind. And we are set up. That is it fully shared. And we are going ahead. Sunday is your birthday. All right, there we go. And happy early Valentine's Day to you all. All right. Hey, happy Valentine's Day right back at you, Kenneth. We'll be here on Valentine's Day on Friday. I understand if there's going to be less people there for that one, as people have other plans on Valentine's Day. But for those of us that don't have plans on Valentine's Day, we will be here watching the NASCAR Truck Series race. What is the start time for trucks tomorrow? Let me see. Truck schedule 7:30 p.m. So we'll be live at about 7 for the truck race, about half an hour early. And it looks like we might be getting the starting grid going here. Again, your motorsports team in the number 40, attempting to try and qualify here. Let's see. All right, everything all good. I just need to go ahead and retweet the tweet. And it will be all set. Alright, just set my phone there now. Yeah. So I got retweet it. We are chilling out though. Hopefully everybody's having a good time. We got 34 people hanging out in chat. Thank you for everyone that's popped in here. And let's see. Alright, so there we go. As I say, we are chilling out here. Hopefully everybody's having a good time. We are about 15 minutes out from the start of the duel at Daytona here. So again, we got 2 races tonight. We got two duels back-to-back races, and we will be getting to see some great racing in both of them. I believe duel 1 we've got a let me see, we got so Chase Briscoe in duel 1. So in duel 1 we've got Briscoe, Ryan Preece, Josh Berry, both Dillon brothers, taking up the top 5 spots, and then and then we got Zane Smith, Kyle Busch, Michael McDowell in this heat. Chase Elliott, one of the fan favorites there, along with MTJ, Justin Allgaier in this first duel. So we'll get to know Justin Allgaier and Junior Motorsports State probably sooner rather than later, as they will be going ahead and part of this first one. So there we go. All right. Also, just double checking, making sure the audio is all good. And we are okay. We got a live leaderboard. That's what I was looking. So there we go. Come on. So they give us a fully new leaderboard. So I'm gonna have to rework the entire thing. Come on. Why is there a gap between first and third? That's annoying. Okay, so there we go. Again, lots of people swarming this one as we are getting ready to go racing here. Let's see. I like that they are attempting to change things, but say the things that they are changing make no sense. Why? Why is there a massive gap between first and third? Like, I'm going to make the screen just a little bit smaller here to try and fit the top 10 on the screen the way I normally do. I sincerely hope this is not a long-term thing for them. Come on. Alright, there we go. Okay, this is annoying. Alright, let me go ahead and try and fix this here. Give me a moment, guys. Alright, there we go. Okay, your wife is watching me in the UK. Alright, cool. Well, welcome on in. Alright, display capture. Let's throw on. Boom. Okay, come on. Alright. Display capture. That one. Alright, so. Yeah, give me a moment. I'm trying to build this. Again, they decided to rework how everything looks. And I like that they went and are making improvements. I just wish that they would, well, make improvements that actually make sense. Yeah, the leaderboard was not something that needed to be changed. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and copy and paste here. Alright, so give me a moment, guys. I am working on getting this all set up. Again, when they go ahead and change things on me, I have to try and adapt here. Okay, come on. Alright, let's see. Hey, Mike, how's it going? Alright, there we go. Hey, it's going alright. Here we go again. Just trying to get everything all situated because I went and changed up the look at everything here last minute. So I'm trying to update my graphics to with it. Alright. Go ahead and try and cut shorter here. It's still long. Let's see. That should be perfectly lined. There we go. Alright. Now, just need to go ahead and control those. Slide them down. I just need to go ahead and grab one of these. So again, we're still fixing this one up here. The chat is not working. I just haven't been able to read the chat for a minute because I've been fixing this. The chat is working just fine. I can see all chat messages. We'll get to them when I get a chance here. look for. All right, there we go. And group, so I can go ahead and hide them away. And there we go. We got a much smaller list. There we are. The Asylum movie is leaving stream on YouTube. All right, I don't even know what that movie is, but there we go. All right, all right. Let's lock in and get ready for this one. All right. Oh, and plug in the computer. All right, here we go. All right, welcome on in. All right, we are settling in here and we are ready for this one. All right, welcome on in. Hopefully everybody's having a good time. We've got 13 people hanging out in chat. Thank you guys for everybody that decided to be a part of this. We got Justin Haley starting 16th in Duel 1 after a really rough qualifying effort for the Spire team, who, yeah, seemed to focus on, um, okay, I have no idea what that is, but alright. About you, alright, well, maybe I'll give it a look, but yeah. Here we go. Alright, we're chilling out here. We're getting ready for the. We should be getting ready to swap over to Network Fox here at the top of the hour. They're talking with Elio Castroneves. He's got his Wendy's fire suit on, getting ready for this one. Welcome on in. Alright, I'm also, because I'm running a bit behind, I'm also still finishing up dinner, so there we go. Do I watch movies? Not a lot, honestly. I've got like 5 or 10 movies that I kind of go back through and watch, but in terms of new movies, I think I've seen one new movie in the last like 5 years or so. But yeah, there we go. Elio Castroneves starting 20th in Duel 1. So Elio will be getting ready to race here in this first duel. And let's see. Alright. Well, and they got a little Wendy Swarovski on the sideline. Alright, so there we go. So again, Elio at age 49 making his very first Daytona 500 attempt here. I mean, that is a very old veteran to be just making his first start here. Obviously, a 4-time Indy 500 winner. All right, well, congratulations. All right, so there we go. Nope. Bowa's holding the kid there. He's getting ready to climb in his car. He's got his fire suit on, no helmet yet. Starting 15th in duel number 1, though, so Bubba Wallace will be getting ready to go here shortly. All right, there we go. I'm impressed with how quickly this is going. Yeah, I say congratulations to you guys on that. I'm very happy for you guys. I say that leaderboard actually did come out pretty good though. So there we go. And there we go. Bubba Wallace talking to them about the new crew chief. I believe Booty Barker no longer the crew chief there. So there we go. All right, you have a NASCAR fire suit. Cool. All right, so Bubba has 2 career wins, hoping to make it 3 on Sunday as he goes for the Daytona 500. And there we go. So there we go. They're talking about some driver picks. And speaking of picks, if you guys like to play fantasy, I do have a NASCAR fantasy league, which I believe should be the second link in the description. Yeah, second link in the description will give you a link straight to my fantasy league where you guys can play against me and a bunch of other people in the NASCAR fantasy there. Yes. So the car they're running tonight is the same car they qualified in yesterday, and the same car that they will be racing in the 500 on Sunday, barring the fact that they get a crash. So if they crash, they do have a backup car that they can go to for the 500. But yeah, a lot of the time, the drivers that do well in this duel will do pretty well in the 500. Because essentially, this is a you go 60 lap. It's a 60 lap race, so you essentially get a 60 lap run to get basically a to basically practice and see where you're at. Racing in and around a pack of cars, and in this case, it's going to be a pack of over 20 cars. So with that many cars, it definitely is going to be a factor all night long. And there we go, Ross Chastain talking with Dale Jr. there before the start of the race. So there we go. Okay, the most dangerous job in the world. All right, cool. Well, stay safe out there. And here we go. Yep, pre-race ceremony. So we are getting ready for this one. Welcome on in. We got 20 people hanging out in chat. Thank you guys for everybody that has decided to spend a portion of your day here with us as we are getting ready for this one. All right, so there we go. And hey, we crossed the 2861 mark. There we go. So again, we are what would that be? 39 subscribers away from hitting 2,900. That would be insane if we could hit 2,900. If we could hit 2,900 by the end of the month, that's kind of been my optimistic goal. If by the end of the month we hit that, that would be insane. But there we go. I'd love to be a NASCAR mathematician, but I don't know if I'm the best at it. But that would be fun. Yeah, well, hey, say the fantasy aspect of NASCAR is certainly a fun way to take part. I've enjoyed the NASCAR fantasy app for several years at this point. You basically pick the 5 drivers you think that will earn the most points throughout the race, whether that's through the through their finishing position, but also how they perform in the mid race stages, also being a factor. Because if a driver can earn 20 points by winning the first 2 stages, they might not need to finish top 5 in the race to still be a top 5 point earner for you. So I quite like it. I have a series that will be actually returning tomorrow, Fantasy Friday, where we will be going over my thoughts and the Vegas odds on the NASCAR fantasy for each week. So there we go. So yeah, and again, I also in that video series, I also share you guys my lineup for the upcoming week. So again, I'm gonna be working on that video basically right after these 2 duels because I'm gotta get it ready for tomorrow. But we are set up and ready for this one. Justin Allgaier, yeah. Again, they're saluting as they're doing the national anthem here. Again, we are mere minutes away from the start of this race. So there we go. Welcome on in. Justin Alien is Chili's cowboy hat there, getting ready for this one. Zane Smith gonna be climbing aboard. Kyle Busch climbing into his car as well as they get ready for this one. All right, nice. All right, so again, yeah, Briscoe, Ryan Preece, So Briscoe, Ryan Priest, those two are going to be starting 1-2. Then you've got Josh Berry. I'm curious to see how the Dillon brothers work together to potentially try and carve their way through the field. Especially if they can work with fellow RCR teammate Kyle Busch. Now, full disclosure, Ty Dillon not an in-house RCR car, but his grandfather is the team owner is Richard Childress, the team owner of Richard Childress Racing. So good chance that he will be working with the 3 and the 8 throughout this race to try and position himself well. Ty Dillon also has his in-house teammate starting in the 10th position, AJ Allmendinger. So definitely some things that are going well for Ty Dillon. Not to mention Ty and Austin Dillon being the top 2 Chevys in the field, which that is just an insane thing to think about. So there we go. Hope Kyle Busch wins today. Well, hey, I'm open for that too. Him or McDowell. I'll take either one of them in this duel. I believe Stenhouse is in duel 2, so. There we go. We are chilling out here. Hopefully, everybody's having a good time. So, we're streaming this one. We got a lot of racing up ahead of us, so here we go. We're minutes away from the start of this race as they are going to be climbing to their cars, and then we will be getting the command to start the engines. You reckon you reach your goal? I don't know. I say that goal. I've always said going through this one that was that goal was a lofty one. That hitting 2,900 subscribers by the end of the month would be a tall order. I mean, honestly, my goal for the end of the year was just to hit 3K. So again, we'll have to wait and see. But it is a long way out from the end of the year, so we'll have to wait and see. But certainly hopeful, especially the way you get. Is this real race? All right. So yeah, this is a. So what they're doing tonight is they're gonna race, and the finishing results will decide spots. Um, starting spots 3 through 40 for tomorrow for Sunday's race. Chase Briscoe and Austin Cindric already locked down starting spots 1 and 2 for Sunday, so the only spots left to fill are 3 through 40th on the grid. So that everybody else is racing for their starting spot to try and confirm where they will start. The further up the grid you finish tonight, the further up the grid you start on Sunday, which all in all makes it a lot easier to get to the front of the field, potentially even try and control the race the way that Mike McDowell tried to at Talladega last spring, until it all went wrong. So there we go. We got Kevin Harvick, former NASCAR Cup Series champion, in the booth, talking through it. Mike Joy and Clint Boyer, the other guys up in the booth. And honestly, this Fox booth is not horrendous. I love Mike Joy. I think Clint Boyer is funny. So there we go. Any NASCAR stream Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. So I don't know if there's any NASCAR streams that do every single day of the week. I've got video content coming very frequently, but yeah, there we go. Does starting inside versus outside lane matter? To an extent, yes. All right. So again, this race is setting the inside lane for the start of the race, and essentially the benefit to starting on the inside versus the outside lane is basically who you get to line up behind. So, like for example, yeah, if and this is just a purely hypothetical, let's just say that Austin Dillon and Ty Dillon finish exactly where they are right now, they will get to line up on each other's bumpers for the start of the race. So they'll be able to work together naturally because they'll be bumped up. Mike, I will get to that in a second. You don't need to post it 3 times, please. I saw your message and I was in the process of responding to it. But yeah, so yeah, the biggest benefit though is obviously the inside line is a shorter way around the racetrack, but sometimes the outside line you need to be able to find ways to make passes happen. So here we go. But yeah, any more streams? So again, for streams for me on, I will be streaming tonight, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. I will be live streaming. Monday, I will not be streaming. I will be working on if the Daytona 500 was scripted. I will be working on that video, on Monday, and then Tuesday. I'm hoping to Tuesday. I would hope to have a video out, but again, I don't know if I'll have a video out Tuesday. Wednesday, I should almost certainly have one out. Then, as we start getting right back into race week again, because we go right back into the second week of the year. And next week we have Friday, Saturday, and Sunday with Atlanta Motor Speedway as well. So, and they got Joey Logano working as a pit reporter here, as he is in the later Duel 2, so he won't be racing until after this first 60 lap contest is already decided. And here we go. The drivers are getting ready to rev up the engines, and we will be sending them firing down into the corners. So there we go. Are you doing any other sports? Um, Not at the moment. Again, when the NFL does return, I will definitely be doing that. In terms of other spring sports, again, I would say most of it is up in the air, but probably no other sports, especially through the spring. Once we get into the summertime, that would probably be the time where things will open up, but it also comes down to the fact that I don't have my normal studio back yet. Once I get that back and my computer as well, can I do the okay? One, I don't know if they're televised or live streamed anywhere, so no. Is a if they are, then theoretically I could, but again, I don't know anything about them to add sufficient knowledge. Because like when I'm streaming something, even streaming NFL, which I'm certainly nowhere near as much an expert as I am with NASCAR. I like to only be able. I typically try and only stream if I feel like I can add sufficient amount of knowledge. Yeah, on a topic. Like for example, again, I feel like I know enough about NASCAR that I can add to people's knowledge of the race by talking about it and reacting to it. Same thing with the NFL. I think I know enough about the NFL to be able to sufficiently add to people's knowledge through commentating the game. Now, baseball would probably be the next closest one because I think I'm gonna say baseball is probably the sport I know the next best out of those. So, but again, I don't have any plans to do any baseball streams at the moment. Again, maybe I'll end up doing that one that with the game that's inside of Bristol Motor Speedway this summer between the Cincinnati Reds and the Atlanta Braves. But again, a lot of these are just going to be maybes. And again, I certainly wouldn't count on me streaming any. Would I do a college basketball stream? Maybe for March Madness. But again, it would come down to my availability, and obviously the games would have to try and not overlap with the NASCAR races down the stretch. We will also be doing IndyCar as well down the stretch as well. when because IndyCar returns in March, we will be doing some IndyCar races on the side as well. Starting with the St. Petersburg season opener. Yeah, that race is at noon on Sunday, and then the Daytona, and then the NASCAR race right afterwards. But there we go. Would you do your baseball team? For me, my baseball team is the Red Sox, but I haven't watched. I haven't been like a dedicated fan watching the game or even keeping up with what the Red Sox have been doing for the last several years. So again, I wouldn't rule it out, but it would certainly be something I'd have to think about before I can say yes or no. So there we go. Command to start the engines. Drivers starting their engines up, and we will be getting ready for duel number one. Again, 60 lap sprint race here. Yeah, for these drivers to go ahead there. Yeah, I still don't understand how you can be a fan of both the Boston Red Sox and the Yankees. I mean, that'd be like being a fan of the Dallas Cowboys and the Philadelphia Eagles or something. I mean, the two just don't typically mix. Raiders stream for NDL. Not sure what NDL is. But if you're talking about Raiders football, like the Las Vegas Raiders, again, it would come down to what games I have in my area. You're watching the Red Sox fan. All right, cool. So again, they're going to commercial break here. When they come back from commercial break, we will have the cars rolling around on the track, and we will be ready to go. We got 22 people in chat. There we go. All right, let's see. So again, we are chilling out here. Hopefully, everybody's having a good time. So yeah, NFL Raiders stream again. So the NFL games that I do will be dependent on what games I get in my area because I don't live near the Raiders. Odds are I won't get too many Raiders games to do. I primarily live up in the northeast of the U.S., so typically the games I'm in my area are going to be Jets, Patriots, Bills. And then on the NFC side, Eagles, Commanders, some of those types of games. Yeah, for the Northeast. Again, when it comes to bowling, I don't know enough. I don't think I know enough about bowling to again sufficiently add to the knowledge of people who would be tuning in for a stream like that. Again, it's not something I would necessarily say I will never do because I could definitely study up on it or at least or put in some time into it. But again, it's not something I would say is in the near future for me. Especially where the NASCAR season is as long as it is. It's a say we've got 38 weeks. Yeah, from this weekend straight through. I don't think we have a week off until say NASCAR doesn't have a full week off until what's we call it until November. So it will definitely be a question mark there. There we go. Again, we are chilling out here. We got the leaderboard all set up and going. But yeah, so again, I've also got a bowling ball or mini golf stream. As I have thought about the idea of doing a video of me and some friends mini golfing potentially at my local mini golf course, but again, in terms of any kind of me just streaming it, like doing this kind of stream where I talk about people playing it, again, it's one of those things that I don't. But again, mini golf. If I was to do a video of it, it wouldn't be a live stream. It would be a pre-recorded video. Alright, so here we go. Yep, coming back from commercial break, the duel at Daytona here. Chase Briscoe rolls off to lead them to these parade laps. Austin Dillon having a little bit of trouble getting his stream going. When I stream golf, again, I don't really know if I would stream it, but here we go. Again, duel one sets the inside lane, duel two setting the outside lane. Okay. So yeah, all these drivers in this race, they are racing to figure out where they're going to start here. Again, same thing with fishing. Again, I could maybe see myself doing some kind of fishing content at some point, but again, I wouldn't say it's anything imminent, and certainly if I was to do it. College baseball, again, I just don't watch it a ton. Oh, yep. That's sad. So here we go. And let's go ahead and skip some more ads here. Give you guys a bit of a break from advertisements because we all hate ads. But yeah. Again, I'm not ruling out anything, but yeah, college football. I've done a few college football games this year. Certainly wouldn't rule me out doing a couple of Gators games this year, along with some of the college football playoffs. But again, most of those streams will have to be after the NASCAR season wraps up, so after November. But yeah, here we go. So again, they're getting lined up here. Chase Briscoe will lead them to the green flag here. He would rule out fishing. Yeah, I wouldn't stream other people fishing, but I wouldn't rule out the idea of potentially setting up my phone at some point and just doing like a basically a Q&A session while I'm out fishing sometime. But I also don't go fishing very frequently, so I don't know when that would be. And oh, here we go, Ryan Priest down on pit road, having his let's say Ryan Priest, the hood is up on the number 60 car. Yeah. So Ryan Priest and Chase Elliott, both of them having their hoods up, being checked out by their respective teams. Not sure if the engines are misfiring or whatnot, but yeah, again, we'll have to wait and see. I believe if they can get their car going before the drop of the green flag, I believe they will be permitted to get their starting spots back. But again, that's one of those things that it will be a little bit tough to try and get that spot back. So here we go. Alright, so here we go. We are getting ready for this one. Kyle Busch starting seventh in duel number one. And I say, the closest he's ever come. He got second place back in 2019 for the yeah for the Daytona 500. Hoping to change that to a first place this weekend. Obviously, starts with a good duel race here. So there we go. They're getting doubled up. Michael McDowell and Allmendinger sharing a row together, row 5, shared by that pair of road course experts. Truex and Byron sharing row number 6. That's gonna be a cool row to see. And again, MTJ did time trial his way into the Daytona 500, locked himself in. No matter what happens tonight, MTJ will be a part of the Daytona 500. Then we got Justin Allgaier a bit further back here. Yeah, so Justin Allgaier rolling off from the 9th position. He will need to try and out. He'll have to outrace all the other open cars to try and lock himself into the Daytona 500. If he or MTJ lead all the open cars here, You see 8 and 71 getting into crashes tonight. Hmm. So, you want me to go ahead and so you want me to talk a whole lot about Eric Jones and put that entire curse over on Eric Jones, because I think Eric Jones could win this thing tonight. So there we go. All right, so they were just talking with Dale Jr. again as he attempts to become a Daytona 500 starting Cup team owner here. Obviously attempting to qualify, and oh no, Stenhouse is in duel one. I thought Stenhouse was in duel number two. Guess not. All right, well, Ricky Stenhouse Jr. alongside Chandler Smith right near the back of the field. The entire field, it's J.J. Yaley in the 44 car. He will attempt to try and rally his way through this one, through the entire field to try and earn his spot in the Daytona 500. Again, Elio has a guaranteed spot no matter what happens tonight because of the provisional that NASCAR wrote into the rules this offseason. Yeah, due to the rules that NASCAR wrote into the offseason, essentially, Elio would be granted a 41st spot if needed to make it in. So there we go. All right, they've got Larry McReynolds in the booth as well, going over all the rules and strategy of the race. And again, tonight, it's pretty straightforward. You've got a 60 lap race. You need to pit one time. Yeah, common knowledge would be to either pit at lap 20 when the pit window first opens to make it to the end of the race, because these cars can go about 40 laps on fuel. Break it up right in the middle at 30 laps, or run as close to empty as you can. Yeah, take potentially two tires at the very with a pit stop at lap 40. But again, those are kind of the conventional wisdom there. Again, maybe we see one of these teams break way outside the box, but I think for the most part, you'll see most of the teams employ one of those first two strats that I would go ahead and see. All right, cool. All right, so again, here we go. It says, yep, showing the Talladega Spring Racing. Yikes. Yeah, some of these massive hits that we've seen. 2024 summer race there. Date is a Ryan Blaney with a massive hit. Again, that's one of those things you just want to get your hands off that steering wheel as soon as there's potential for the wheel to start causing some whiplash there, because you don't want it to break your wrist. So, as a way to try and avoid wrist injuries, a lot of these drivers go ahead and let go of the wheel there. Alright, so there we go. Alright, so they've got Buster Otten driving the pace car here tonight. Yeah, drag racing is pretty cool. Alright, so yeah, they've got the Chevy Corvette pace car out here, and there we go. Ryan Preece has joined the field along with Chase Elliott, and all the other drivers have filtered into their starting spots. And again, I believe lights are off in the pace car. We will be seeing them go racing this time by. So, say 73 degrees. Man, I wish it was 73 here. I wish it was 7 or 3 here. So there we go. Don't see your car anywhere. I don't have a car in the race, or at least not a Ryan Dyer sponsored car. Maybe next year. But here we go. 60 laps, 150 miles, pit road speed of 55 miles. And again, yeah, that fuel window, 40 to 44 laps. Again, I would presume that you might see some people pit very early in this window around lap 18 to 20, trying to trying to short fill the trying to beat everybody else to pit road first. Yeah, I could also see the strategy to trying to stay out and run long here. So again, it will be heavily dependent here. And here comes Ross Chastain as the pace car pulls off the track. Ross Chastain is going to have a world of difference to try and make here. No, pace car wasn't pulling off the track. I thought he was. So I guess Ross Chastain's going to be running as fast as he can to try and catch back up to the field. Okay, yeah, pace car is off here. Green, green, green. Green flag is out, and Briscoe and Priest lead them down into the green flag here. Green, green, green. And here we go. Racing down towards turn one, you've got Briscoe and Barry, two former Stewart House Racing Ford teammates on the inside. Their other fellow former Stewart House Racing teammate on the outside, Ryan Priest, hanging on that outside here. Again, they race down in the back straightaway here for the first time this season. Yeah, say lap 1 of 60 here. Ryan Priest, Chase Briscoe. They are even down the back straightaway into three. Say Briscoe having the advantage on that inside line. Ryan Priest, that push from behind, not right there at the spot. We'll have to wait and see what it looks like coming off the corner. And off the corner, he's got the help. There we go. Austin Dillon to the rescue there, pushing Ryan Priest out in front. And there we go. That push off the corner. That is going to be the thing that could help Ryan Priest potentially clear Briscoe and get himself to the bottom of the racetrack. Or potentially just lead this top line to success. So here we go. Again, Briscoe on the bottom line here. He's got Barry and who's the third car in line there? It is the 10 of Ty Dillon. Again, this top line looks a lot more organized here so far early on in this race. I would certainly put the expectation that we will be seeing that top line potentially become the dominant one early in this race. So here we go. Three laps down now, and again, that top line, they just look a lot more organized than the bottom line at the moment. So, the bottom line able to hang tough, and oh, we got a flat tire! We got Zane Smith with a flat tire already. Caution flag is out. And what happened to Zane Smith? How does he blow a tire? How does he blow a tire this early on? 3 laps into the race. Did something happen? All right, here we go. Let's see the replay. And yeah, no, he no contact, and he just blows a rear tire, and into the outside wall goes Zane Smith. Minor damage, but again, just strange that you blow a tire like that. Because inspecting your tires is one of those things that all these teams should have been doing after their 1 lap of qualifying. It certainly shouldn't have been a problem. So there we go. All right, so there we go. Welcome on in. We got 30 people hanging out in chat. Thank you guys for everybody that's decided to pop in and say hi. Again, we've got ourselves. We are currently 3 laps into this race. And we got the first caution flag of the night for Zane Smith cutting a tire down. And again, he cut the tire down with no contact there. So there we go. We got the Joseph Newgarden IndyCar commercial. I love these IndyCar driver commercials. Wish NASCAR could get something like that, but yeah. So March 2nd for the IndyCar. That's when they return to the track. And again, NASCAR is later on that same day, so we'll get a chance to have a nice doubleheader performance there. All right. Here we go. Let's see. Let's see how many people we got in our NASCAR Fantasy League. As of right now, there are 20 people scheduled to be a part of it. Curious to see if see if we get anybody else to join. Again, I know it's available to anybody in the U.S. I don't know about other countries. I assume that other countries are available, just maybe not for the same prizes. But there we go. I'm waiting for Apex Racing to go live today. All right, well, cool. So again, they're at commercial break though. Again, caution flag is out for the. Actually, you know what? Let's see if we can get. Give me a moment and let's see if we can get something else added in here. just gonna experiment with something real quick here. Again, this is just me trying to play around with the new features that we have available thanks to this new scoring stuff. Choo 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 choo. Okay, come on. There's got to be an end to this thing. There it is. That's a long bar here. Alright, so there we go. There's the progress bar. Let's see if we can shrink this down here. Alright, let's see. Alright, there we go. That actually works surprisingly well. There we go. Now we got the little progress bar underneath so you guys can kind of see that. There we go. Alright. Can you Apex link in chat? I got no idea what you're asking me to do. Apex Racing link in chat, please. Okay, first off, I'm not planning on doing any raids tonight, and second off, I don't even know what Apex Racing is off the top of my head. It's possible I've heard the name before, but I don't remember it off the top of my head, so. Alright, so there we go. Again, everybody's kind of getting cycled around here as I believe pit stops have been occurring here. And there we go. Ty Gibbs out in front of the field. That's going to be a big one here if Ty Gibbs is able to take the lead. Potentially on pit stops here. Again, I'm not planning on doing any raids tonight. If I was doing raids, I would certainly consider it. But I say the races that we're doing tonight, one, they're short, and say maybe we'll do a raid in between the two races, but again, we'll have to wait and see on that one. If you want to go watch them, go right ahead. I'm not gonna stop you, but yes, maybe. Oh, yep, here we go. Promotion for Circuit of the Americas. There we go. Home of the F1 U.S. Grand Prix. Alright, so there we go. Alright, so there we go. Oh, and now we got the Pato Award commercial here. No, Elliot had nothing to do with that. I am very much the guy that would be all for putting the blame on Chase Elliott, but you can pretty clearly see the sparks come out from underneath the 38 car, and and those sparks are from a tire going down. So there we go. So NASCAR fan awards, and here we go. We're gonna get to see the pit stops here as they're coming down at Daytona, and let's see. A lot of these drivers getting fuel, potentially having the team look at those tires over just to make sure that they don't have another Zane Smith situation on their hands. Also, fueling up here means that you can go a little bit longer here, puts you into the range of maybe being able to make it till 10 to go when you next need to come for the pits. But there you go. Ty Gibbs able to get out ahead of his teammate Chase Briscoe here. So those two drivers. Oh no, here comes Ty Gibbs to the pit road. So I guess Ty Gibbs just opted not to pit under that first opportunity, and Ty Gibbs comes down on lap 2. So we'll see where they all cycle out at the into this. It looks like it's now going to be Josh Berry taking the point position here over Briscoe, Kyle Busch, Austin Dillon. So two RCR cars starting up here inside the top 5. So here we go. And there's Allgaier coming down to get his pit stop. Again, they've got the The open drivers again are the highlight of the night. Again, right now, Martin Truex Jr. is in position to advance here. Chandler Smith in second. Yaley Castroneves a little bit further down, and obviously the 40 of Allgaier, who just came down for a yeah, decided to wait the extra lap around to come down pit road. He's gonna have a little bit longer to go here. Right, so there we go. Again, we got ourselves everything all doubled up, ready to go back racing. It'll be the start of lap 8 when we do go racing. So there we go. All right, they said hi to you. All right, cool. So again, maybe we'll end up doing a raid at halftime, but again, that's I would say a maybe at this point. Or not at halftime, but at the halfway point when we go between this race and the next one. So here we go. Again, Bush and Dillon here. That would be the thing I'm most curious about, to see where Bush and Dillon are able to line up. If I'm Bush and Dillon, I think I line both of us up right behind Chase Briscoe here. Yeah, one to try and split up the. Yep, there we go. Oh, but they don't. They line up. No, or they line up on each other's outside there. Okay, cool. And here we go. Green, green, green. Green flag is out, and we are racing here at Daytona once again. And here we go. Josh Berry, Chase Briscoe lead them down into the inside line. If I was the 8 and the 3, I would have wanted to line us up nose to tail right on the back bumper of Briscoe 1 to avoid potentially, someone like a Ty Gibbs being able to try and get in the middle there. But yeah, Josh Berry doing well here tonight. Brand new team, and yet that outside line very well organized here. Big push to the 21 way out in front. The 3 has a chance to try and maybe make a move here. The question is, where will that next run come from? You've got the 9 of Elliott, the 71 of McDowell, the 16 of Allmendinger. All these drivers pushing here, and Austin Dillon dives to the bottom, going to try and make the move, but Josh Berry goes down to the bottom to cover, then back up to the top to pick up Chase Elliott. Josh Berry trying to do something that very few drivers can do well here, which is working both the inside and outside lanes of the racetrack here. And I say something Dale Jr. was very well known for, being able to work both lanes of traffic. Here we go. Chase Elliott pushing the 21 way out in front. Massive run here for the 21 of Barry from the 9 of Elliott, and McDowell all over the back bumper as well here. The 71 of Mike McDowell in the Go Bowling car here. All 3 of them now easily clear of the inside line, and all 3 could potentially start to play some defense here as they cross 10 laps in. So 10 laps in the books here, and Chandler Smith now in position to potentially bump his way into the field and eliminate Justin Allgaier from the field. So there we go. Again, right now, Kyle Busch is on the bottom line. He has both Dillon brothers in his line, but that's about all they've got. And with the severe lack of drivers here, I would be a little bit concerned there. Again, Chandler Smith, potential to try and make his way into the so here we go. So again, Elliott to the race lead. Michael McDowell, AJ Allmendinger, they left Josh Berry out to dry. And there we go. Chase Elliott was able to take the lead from Josh Berry here. Now let's see. Again, Chase Elliott starting to look to try and maybe be worried about blocking both lanes, but I think that inside line at this point has the momentum. I think you just stay right on that inside line. Michael McDowell all over that rear bumper, giving a push. Now Elliott up to the top to try and get the momentum away from the 21 of. Yeah, I mean, if they want to, I'm certainly never gonna say no to somebody popping in and raiding us. But here we go, Barry to the back bumper of Elliott here. Barry pushing himself. And I say Barry getting pushed here. And we've got a lot of moving and shaking going on throughout this field. Again, Chandler Smith all the way up into the top five. He needs to be the highest of the open drives there. Yeah, go right ahead if you want to ask him. I'm certainly not going to say no. But here we go. Again, the Chase Elliott's been able to hang on to this lead. Josh Berry to second. Justin Haley to third. Michael McDowell and Chandler Smith currently side by side for the fourth position here. Ty Gibbs nominator, and oh, it looks like Briscoe has decided to bail out potentially of this contest. Again, Briscoe, no matter what happens tonight, as long as he doesn't wreck his car, yeah, Briscoe will be in the Daytona 500 and will be starting on the pole position as long as he does not wreck his own race car. So there is virtually no incentive for him to be in the middle of the pack outside of trying to gain experience, which certainly is something you could try and do, but at the expense of potentially losing all your losing your track position, certainly going to be a rough one. And here we go. Looks like something might not be super tight here on the 60 of Ryan Preece. Yeah, say either that or it could just be something vibrating. But again, they are highlighting it as a potential problem here. Could be an issue. Here we go. Justin Allgaier in the 17th position. Oh, and Chandler Smith is absolutely junked. JJ Aley involved as well. And the caution flag flies once again here. Oh my gosh, hopefully Chandler's okay. What on earth happened there? Literally out of nowhere, we cut back to Chandler Smith going up into the outside wall, and again that car is junked here. Are you talking about 12:30 Eastern time? Because at 12:30 Eastern time, I will have long gone to bed. If you're talking 12:30 in some other time zone, I have no idea when 12:30 would be. And Elio Castroneves is in the wreckage as well. Castroneves involved in this one. He will start 41st on Sunday. So there we go. Elio Castroneves will start 41st on there. All right, so there we go. Tyler Reddick getting this one tuned up. All right, it's soon. Okay, I have no idea what. What time zone are you even talking about for 12:30? Because I have no idea when 12:30 this time zone would be for me. So there we go. Truex and Allgaier, and I think that actually I think that guarantees Allgaier just got locked into the Daytona 500 there. So all right, here we go. Finally, we get to see a replay. All right, so here we go. Chandler Smith. He's running third in line here. And he just tried to clear himself with Justin Haley. Justin Haley gets his car junked as well, so Justin Haley will start tail of the field. Look at the USA time zone. It's nowhere near 12:30 on the in any of the US time zones. And say, yeah, 12:30 in the for any of the U.S. time zones wouldn't be for another 4 hours. And again, I do not intend on being live still in 4 hours because this race is not going to be that long there. But yeah, so there's Castroneves going for a wild ride here in Daytona. Castroneves is entered in the ARCA race on Saturday, so he will get at least some experience here before. But yeah, that was a rough ride there for the driver of the number 91 car. Again, the 66 absolutely for him as he put up a very good fight and ultimately comes home. Will end up going home with starting the Daytona 500 for that one. Alright, so there we go. Alright, so again, we're chilling out here. Hopefully everybody's having a good time. Let's see. Alright, if this is the one you're talking about, yeah, so yeah, if this is the one you're talking about, I think this one might be the one you were referring to. They'll be starting at 8:20 my time, not 12:30. Yep, okay, that is you. Yeah, so that is the one you were talking about. So yeah, they're gonna be going live at 8:20 my time. So there we go. I didn't kick it. No one kicked you out. Yeah, there we go. We got 28 people hanging out in chat as we're coming back from commercial break, and pit stops are afoot. And again, we are entering that window where theoretically, I think you could make it from here to the end on pit road. Well, you were saying 12:30 in USA time zone, which would be way different from 8:30 in the USA time zone. So I was trying to figure out which one you were even talking about because there's multiple Apex racing leagues and stuff. All right. So yeah, there we go. Ty Gibbs getting some repair work done there. Oh, hey, look. Say, McDowell makes it through no problem. Kyle Busch made it through no problem. Ty Gibbs not so lucky. 54. I don't know if that. I'd say trashed. The 66 is trashed. But yeah, we'll have to wait and see on that one. But there we go. Alright, so there we go. We are chilling out here. Hopefully everybody's having a good time. Getting caution flag number 2 on the night. Let's see. Duct tape and bubblegum. Yep, well, hey, at the very least, say, with the fact that Ty Gibbs is a whole lot younger, say, he probably is the kind of kid who would probably carry around bubblegum in his back pocket. Unlike Kyle Busch, who hasn't had bubblegum on him in a while. Nope. As far as I'm aware, Kyle Busch made it through safe. I haven't seen any video of his car being involved in the wreckage, so we'll have to wait and see. But again, as far as I've seen, it looked like Kyle Busch made it through, no problem. And Michael McDowell, Martin Truex Jr., and Carson Hocevar are the top three. Are these guys just waiting again for another lap around here? Where's Kyle Busch's car? Again, I don't. Let me see if I can get a second leaderboard going so I can actually scroll up and down. But yeah, Kyle Busch just pit, so he's gonna be a little bit further. But again, as far as damage, it was just for fuel and tires. So there we go. Let's see. So Kyle Busch is in 14th right now, just off the screen. And again, as far as I'm aware, he is perfectly. So his car is not damaged much, if at all. All right. Oh, where's Kitty? We want the cat. We want the cat. Yeah, it sounds like he is out eating right now, from what I can hear. So yeah, he is over there snacking down on some cat food. Yep, Gizmo's munching. Yep. So I say he was in here earlier, but didn't come up to but didn't headbutt my leg like he normally does when he wants up. So, but yeah, maybe we'll have some kitty cat later. So here we go. Daytona schedule again. Truck qualifying tomorrow, along with Xfinity Series practice. Cup Series final practice tomorrow as well at 5:30 Eastern time, and then 7:30 we have the Fresh from Florida 250. And here we go. Yep, here comes those drivers who stayed out. Michael McDowell and others coming down pit road after leading a couple of laps here, trying to get topped off on fuel. 18 laps in, and they are on the verge. I think they are close enough that they could maybe make it on fuel here. So here we go. Let's see. Again, involved in the crash. So here's the total list of drivers involved in the crash: Haley, Bubba Wallace, J.J. Yaley, Tyler Reddick, Ty Gibbs, Chandler Smith, Michael McDowell, and Elio. Okay, if McDowell was involved, it was barely, because I did not see much damage on that 91 car. Can you give Gizmo an ask? So here we go. Let's see. Everybody's getting this pit stop done. Let's see. Yeah, the damage on that 54 definitely more extensive than I had first realized. So I saw them slap some tape on the side. I assumed that that might be it, but no, they've continued trying to put some work in on that side door. So yeah, definitely a lot worse than the damage is definitely worse than I originally guessed. And okay, yeah, McDowell scrapes through there, but he gets through largely unscathed through that. I guess he was technically involved, but yeah, it was barely. I don't know if my cat would know what to do if he had a car. But yeah, and then Castro Neves just sliding completely out of control, sliding right back up the track and crunches the front end of that car. Again, a lot of these teams, if not all these teams, should have backup cars. The unfortunate thing, though, is that the 66 Chandler Smith won't get a chance to try and run for this one. Oh, wait, sorry. I misspoke earlier, though. I said I thought Allgaier was locked in, but no, JJ Yaley is still out here. JJ Yaley could theoretically pass Truex and Allgaier for the spot here. And here we go. Pace car is off. Field gonna be coming back to the green flag this time by. So yeah, Yaley could still get this spot. And it's green, green, green. Green flag is out, and they are back to racing here. And let's see. What is the field of 20 cars going to do here now that they've had the first major incident here? So there we go. And let's see. So we got the one of Ross Chastain pushing on the back bumper of Barry. Barry going to be looking for the lead here. Down the back straightaway, Barry has a very comfortable lead here. Yep. Yeah, that's my dad there in the stream. Oh, man. Hey, Buddy Tat. They were just asking about you. Yeah, here we go. Josh Berry, he gets clear, and now he can start to work both lines of traffic here. All right, there we go. So yeah, here we go again. Josh Berry out in front. Chase Elliott to second. He's gonna try and fight his way back to first here. Again, right now the battle behind them between. Oh yeah, there we go. That top line way more organized there. Ross Chastain gets Barry clear out in front, clears himself as well, and Chastain able to go ahead and get this one. Yeah, F1 has new rules almost every single year. Yeah, they rewrite large portions of the rule book. So all there's all but confirmed. All he needs is himself or Truex to finish first in this race. Or finish first amongst the open cars. JJ Yaley though in the 44 still in contention here. So there we go. And again, Briscoe hanging on. He's just going to hang out at the very back here as Josh Berry puts a big block here on Chastain. Going to take the momentum of that top line. Going to try and ride it out here. And the inside line, though, starting to get fairly well organized themselves here. And say Chase Elliott and Austin Dillon on that inside going to be putting up a pretty good fight as well. And the question being is, can any of these drivers go ahead and get the fuel to make it to the end of the race? What are new F1 rules? Again, I'd have to look at the exact rule book to see what is new from last year, but yeah, it's one of those that I just know that they do change it a lot. I'm sure they made adjustments to the cost cap. The fact they even have a cost cap at a couple $1 million is insane. But here we go. Again, Chase Elliott up the inside. He's going to go ahead and nose his way past Barry, and that inside line way more organized at this point. Going to put up a real contend. Going to go ahead and contend here. So there we go. The inside line. Is it 8:20 yet? No, not yet. It just hit 8 o'clock on the clock, so still 20 minutes out. And oh, Josh Berry letting out a ton of smoke there out the back of his car. Michael McDowell on pit road. Why was Michael McDowell on pit road? Do I want to know? So here we go. Let's see. Yeah, why did they make Mike McDowell do a pass through penalty on pit road? Because if so, oh. All right, so let's see. Here we go. Seeing the replay here. Okay, some kind of wait. Okay, I need to see a replay of that. All right, so yeah, here we go. And Elio Castroneves, and oh, there's the yellow flag flying here as Chase Elliott did get out in front. They were going to go ahead and talk to Elio, but I'm assuming the yellow flag might be out for that big piece of debris there. No fire trucks on track at the moment. Again, this caution flag, I believe, is only out there for the for that window or whatever that came out of I believe the 71 team. All right, so since we have a caution flag, I'm gonna back up real quick and just go ahead and figure out what happened with that penalty here. All right, so here we go. Looking for the 71 car here. No, whatever that was, it came out from. Okay, so McDowell, I guess, just opting to pit or trying to avoid the debris going to pit road. I don't know. Okay, so there we go. Alright, so again, there we go. Showing some more of the replays from the Chandler Smith crash, and again, the fact that Yaley isn't out of this race is a big thing there. But no fire trucks are out on the track. Again, this caution flag is just for some debris flying around. Yeah, so this caution flag will be taken care of shortly, and we will be right back to racing, hopefully very soon. Alright, so welcome on in. Hopefully everybody's having a good time. If you guys are, of course, hit the like button and subscribe if you guys are new. We are currently sitting at 38 subscribers away from hitting 2,900. So there we go. Your dog just walked in, alright. There we go. Alright, let's see. I'm just gonna go ahead and check Twitter, see what Twitter's saying about the Mike McDowell thing. Let's see. Wow, so yeah, apparently Chandler Smith's spotter was telling him that had a car low the entire time when he threw that dumb block there. All right, your dog's name is Maggie. All right, cool. Shout out to Maggie. So there we go. Again, Elio will still get into the Daytona 500 on the provisional anyway. So there we go. All right, let's see. Still trying to figure out exactly what happened to him. Let's see. Did Michael McDowell's team tweet out something? Nope. Just Michael McDowell tweeting out right before the race. All right, let's see. All right, McDowell for improper lineup is. I'm gonna say so. McDowell is assessed a penalty for improper lineup there. Yeah, Jalen Hurts with that Disney World, as does every Super Bowl champion. That that's kind of a yearly tradition that they do, where the winner of the Super Bowl goes to Disneyland or Disney World. So there we go. And the 19 of Chase Briscoe heads to the garage, and he is just going to save that car and try to avoid a wreck. I guess he feels like he's learned all he needs for the Daytona 500, and that it's not worth risking his car out there for the remainder of this race. There we go. Alright, so we go. 28 laps down here. We should be looking for this one shortly. We're about halfway done. JJ Ailey in 17th right now. He would need to get past Martin Truex Jr. in 8th if he wants to advance to the Daytona 500 and potentially put an end to Allgaier's legendary run here. All right, let's see. I hope Kansas in 2026 wins Super Bowl championship. All right, well, certainly think the Chiefs have a good chance to end up back there, but I think they've got some things that they certainly need to work on. And now that they aren't going to be overconfident and celebrating the three-peat the entire time, they should hopefully be able to focus on the changes that need to be made. All right, they're getting doubled up for the green flag, so we're going to go ahead and skip some ads and go ahead and send this one on to the green, green, green. Yeah, there it is. Green flag is in the air, and Chase Elliott versus Ross Chastain on the front row here as they go green, green, green. Austin Dillon on the inside, William Byron on the outside pushing. These two these two drivers and these two teams, say they're working together here. And right now, down the back straightaway, it's hard to see who's got the lead. But that top line organizes so well. Wow, this top line has been really good all night long at organizing, and it looks like you're going to want to be on that top line for these late race restarts because this is kind of the conditions that we expect the Daytona 500 to end in, assuming that there's no real rain delays. All right, so here we go. Let's see again. Right now, Ross Chastain, he's got the bumper of 2024 Daytona 500 winner William Byron right on his rear bumper here, giving him a nice push. But the question is, will it be enough here? As they go down the back straightaway, and oh no, Ross Chastain went down to the bottom of the racetrack. He gets a push from Chase Elliott. The question is, will that be enough to retake the top spot? Because after he pulled down to the bottom, the momentum surged behind the 24. The 24 now has the momentum on the outside. And it is a dead even drag race, and now Byron's going to pull ahead. So Byron has the ability to clear himself out in front of the field. Bubba Wallace in second place here, battling it out with Ross Chastain. All right, let's see. Again, right now, what do we got going on here? This, again, the runs off this top line are insane here. Bubba Wallace gets both himself and Byron clear of the inside and can go ahead and start moving up or down the track respectively. And what is it? Bubba Wallace trying to move anywhere he can to try and not end up on the back bumper of the 24. And yep, there we go. To the outside goes Bubba Wallace. And it's at the 24 of William Byron ends up stuck in the bottom line, and that top line goes surging right on past him. Bubba Wallace, Tyler Reddick to the top of the grid. So here we go. Bubba Wallace, Tyler Reddick. Those two drivers could potentially go ahead and make a good run here. Ryan Preece to the bottom of the racetrack. Preece trying to make a big move for the lead. He goes to the top. Bubba Wallace up to block, and there we go. He manages to get himself in between the two. In between the two 2311 racing teammates here. And Ryan Preece has just put himself in potentially a spot to try and take the lead from Bubba Wallace here late if he can just ride in that line. But now the surge coming on the inside line. Good push up the inside line. Byron going to get all the way alongside here. Let's see. Again, right now, this the pushing that Ross Chastain is doing on the back bumper of Byron is absolutely insane. One, that it's working, and two, that Byron is able to handle that because, again, that is some aggressive pushing. But off the corners, Bubba's still able to hold strong, but at the moment, I think Byron might have the better race car at the end of this thing here. Again, so far we've been going pretty good, and it has been a very big drag race back and forth here. William Byron out in front. He could try and block both lanes, but he doesn't. He just stays on the bottom of the racetrack. He'll get another push here from Chastain. But Bubba Wallace with the push from behind is going to draw right up alongside Byron. He could have blocked Bubba there. Essentially been able to steal some of that momentum for yourself and been able to propel yourself out even further in the front. So there we go. Yeah, I'm keeping an eye on the chat. So here we go. 35 laps in the books here. Again, we've got ourselves about 25 to go here. 25 laps to go. And the question is, who is it going to be? Is it going to be Bubba? Is it going to be Byron, Preece, Reddick, Chastain, Ty Dillon, and Truex and Allgaier? They are not safe yet. J.J. Yaley only two spots away from passing Allgaier. and 3 spots away from catching, yeah, Martin Truex Jr. for the position. And here we go as they start all those spots up in that top 10 starting to shuffle themselves around here, and we are going to be in a very tight spot down the stretch here. So yeah, Chastain currently sits in the 4th position. He has had he's been pushing really well all night. And honestly, I don't know if I want anybody pushing me other than Ross Chastain right now because he seems to have one of the fastest cars. The only thing I'd be worried about though is that he will. No, Kyle Busch is not done for the day. He's still in 14th. He's just riding in line and hasn't been able to find his way back to the front in a minute. But yeah, the only problem I have with Chastain being the guy pushing me, which again he's got one of the fastest cars, is that I do not trust him not to jump out of line and try and make the daring move that potentially takes us both out of this thing. So here we go again. Bubba Wallace hanging on to this top spot here after some good pushes here from Ryan Preece. That top line organizing well. All right, so here we go again. Chastain trying to push, and here we go. Preece to the bottom of the racetrack. Ryan Preece tried to take the top spot away from Bubba Wallace, and if Ryan Preece can go ahead and take this one away, that will be an insane margin here. As again, Ryan Preece taking this spot, jumping up to the top of the leaderboard. A driver we didn't have very high expectations of at all coming into this race. And it looks like he could be poised to end up starting on the inside of row 2 here, starting in the 3rd position. And here we go again. Right now, Preece versus Bubba Wallace for the top spot. And let's see. Here we go. Off the top of the entire top row. Gonna try and surge here. Coming up on 20 laps to go. Only about 20 more times around here for the NASCAR Cup Series drivers. And again, Allgaier versus Yaley currently for the currently battling it out for the transfer spot, and Yaley is on the back bumper of Allgaier. Allgaier in the Junior Motorsports machine. JJ Yaley in the NY Racing car. Those two drivers, nose to tail, fighting for this final spot in the Daytona 500. Again, Martin Truex Jr. on the inside line. If he wins this battle between the three of them, Allgaier gets in. If Allgaier wins the battle between the three of them, Allgaier gets in. If Yaley beats them both, though, Yaley would jump up to the top. Will end up racing his way in here. So here we go. Okay, so again, right now, Ryan Preece, he has managed to get out in front and trying to control this race. And again, the focus from the field at this point has been on this battle in the middle pack here. Okay, so here we go. Let's see. Well, Ryan Preece gets shuffled to the middle of the pack, or to the middle line. No! And Ryan Preece stuck in the sucker hole here as he has no help behind him, and he just gets absolutely enveloped by the field. And there we go. Say from what was a first place running position to a 14th place running position now for Ryan Preece. He gets moved up. He tries to throw a really late block on the 23 and then ends up right in the middle of the 23 and the 24. And then they just create a sucker hole here. Not going to do it in the middle of the race, Mike. Again, I said if we end up doing one, it would be in between the two races. We got 20 laps to go here. So here we go. We got Bubba Wallace and William Byron here. William Byron, he's got the push from the one of Chastain. Gonna try and see if he can hang on. Yeah, so yeah, right now, 41 laps down. down. And only 20, I say less than 20 to go here. As this time continues to tick down here, I'm going to say Bubba Wallace, he has gotten back out in front and he is going to try and see if he can block both lanes of traffic. I say working his way up towards that Daytona 500 win that he has been oh so close to achieving, but ultimately comes up just short of. I say you've got your teammate in the 45 car, the Tyler Reddick to hopefully lean back on if you need a push here late in this one. All right, there we go. Again, right now, Bubba Wallace putting some big blocks here on the 24 Byron. All right, we go to commercial break, and again, yep, Mike. Again, I said if we end up doing a raid, it would be in between the two races. I'm not gonna do one in the middle of the race, especially not while we're under the green flag. If we have an extended yellow or in between the two races, then I might go ahead and do a raid. But yeah, here we go. Yep. So we got two races today. The first race that we're watching right now. Yeah, this one sets the inside line. Yeah, this one will set third through 40th, the inside line. The other race will be used to determine the outside lane for the Daytona 500. So that is how things are going tonight. And again, we will be popping on over. So wait and see what happens here down the stretch, and let's see. All right, there we go. Here we are chilling out here. Let's see. All right, what was that in the podcast shows? Yeah, okay, everybody's talking about that. All right, so yeah, we're chilling out here. Hopefully, everybody's having a good time. Let's see, we're still a commercial break here. Bubba Wallace hanging on to this lead. He's got Tyler Reddick in behind him. And it's looking like they might have a really big lead over William Byron. I don't know what would cause the gap to be quite that big, but there we go. College basketball between UCLA and Indiana. That'll be going on during the truck race. And all right, let's see. There's a caution flag out. Okay, that's why the gaps are so big. And the piece of metal debris out on the racetrack. Martin Truex Jr. coming down the pit road, and he will go ahead and see some service here. Josh Berry in the 21 will get a little bit of service here. Similarly, Hocevar coming down, getting a little bit of fuel. A lot of these drivers who might have thought they were a little bit close on fuel, coming down for the fuel. Barry getting 4 tires here, so he's thinking that he might need the extra handling here to try and race his way through the field. Okay, so here we go again. 16 laps to go here. We'll be doubling up hopefully this time by, and we'll be hopefully able to see this one. Let's see. You drunk? No, I'm not drunk. Just a little bit tired, but we are chilling out here. Hopefully everybody's having a good time. So we 15 laps to go at the line this time. Again, Allgaier holds a slim lead over Yaley for the final transfer spot. Alright, so again, we're chilling out here. Hopefully everybody's having a good time. If you guys are, of course, hit the like button and subscribe if you guys are new. We've been doing streams like this for a little while now, and certainly no plans of stopping anytime soon. Alright, so here we go. Like I say, this stream is already jumping up into potentially the top 10 streams that we've had in terms of viewership, so. Let's see. Let's see where this one ends up. And here we go. Yep, they're talking with front motorsports driver Chandler Smith. He got involved in that wreck back on lap 14. Entirely his fault. He just cuts down on Justin Haley and takes himself out of the field. He will be racing in tomorrow night's truck race, though, assuming that he is not. He isn't that the doctors don't block him, because he will have to go through an evaluation process to make sure that he's good to race. But I would anticipate that he would. So, let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Okay, so this stream is about the 15th most popular stream that we've ever had on the channel. There we go, let's see. Earthquake happening, heard the tornado sirens going off. Okay. So no idea what's going on there. Alright, so here we go. 15 laps there, and let's see. William Byron, this thing's a handful. I'm gonna say a little bit sketchy. Yep. Okay. Yeah, that sounds about right for William Byron's car. Again, he was getting some of the craziest pushes I've ever seen from Ross Chastain, and now he's gonna have to line up. And say, I'm assuming that doubled up, ready to go green flag racing, and here we go. Pace car's off. Green flag is out, and here we go. Bubba Wallace, Tyler Reddick, both on the top line. Byron able to take the inside line and get to the front row here. The question is, how far will Byron be able to take his run, and will the top line of 2311 drivers be able to go ahead and take this one? And here we go. The push down the back straightaway. Massive pushes here. Both drivers getting big pushes here. The one of Ross Chastain into the back bumper of the 24. It's going to be almost enough to clear. Not quite. And here we go. That top line, as you can see, is way more well organized. And they've got the momentum here on the top side. The question is, what can William Byron do? He and Ross Chastain, they can try and grit this one out, but it is going to be a question of whether or not they fall behind. So here we go. Allgaier up into the top 10 for Allgaier here. Alright, so here we go again. 13 laps to go here. Martin Truex Jr. settles into the back of the field again. He is in on speed regardless of what happens tonight. And here we go. Let's see. But yeah, right now we've got Bubba Wallace and Tyler Reddick racing this one out on the top side. Alright, so again, here we go. 12 laps to go. Not a lot of time left to try and make something happen. And speaking of not a lot of time left to make something happen, J.J. Yaley just took the lead from Justin Allgaier here in the middle of the pack. And there we go. J.J. Yaley currently in position to advance to the next to the Daytona 500, and Junior Motorsports in position to miss the Daytona 500. So there we go. Ty Dillon fighting himself on all the way up the inside here. Tyler Reddick and Bubba Wallace still on that top side, absolutely controlling the front of this field. And Martin Truex Jr. makes a surge past Yaley. Again, if MTJ beats Yaley in this one, the alternate would end up being Allgaier, not Yaley. So there we go. And let's see again. Everything is absolutely stacked here. All right, so again, right now this top line they're pushing as hard as they can. Ty Dillon on the bottom line, not really able to make something happen. Coming to 11 laps to go. It'll be 10 to go at the line this time. This is the first race of the night. So, again, this race sets the inside line for the Daytona 500. We've got one more race after this one. This is duel number 1 currently. And here we go. These drivers are racing this one hard. Let's see. Again, right now, Martin Truex Jr. has made their way up into this top spot. And here comes the 40 of. Here comes the 40 of Allgaier here. All right, so here we go. Let's see. Man. So again, right now, Ty Dillon hanging very tough on this inside line. Help from Byron and Chastain on that inside line. But again, the battle we're keeping an eye on is this battle in the mid pack here. The 44 of Yaley needs to find a way around the 56 of MTJ. If he can do that, he will lock himself into the Daytona 500 and send Justin Allgaier home. So here we go. Let's see. All right, so again, 9 laps to go. Not a lot of time left to make something happen. If you're going to do it, you got to do it now. And here we go. Let's see. All 3 open cars still in the race, all lined up nose to tail on that top side. So all 3 drivers potentially looking for a spot to try and make something happen. All right, so here we go. Again, this battle down the stretch has been a very close one here. I'm going to say the 23 of Bubba Wallace, the 10 of Ty Dillon on the inside there. All right, so here we go. Let's see. Okay, so again, right now they are. Oh, here we go. Allgaier on the outside of Yaley. He's gonna try and make it 3 wide for the open cars. Yaley on the bottom, Truex up the middle, Allgaier on the top side here, and again, the highest of these guys locks into the Daytona 500. 7 laps to go. 7 more times around here. Ty Dillon has a nose out ahead of the field here. I definitely plan on doing some jet streams when the NFL comes back again. It all comes down to what games I get in my local area. Should get plenty of Jets games as they are one of the local teams. But it'll come down to them or the Patriots probably for a lot of local games. But here we go again. Bubba Wallace getting a massive push here from the 45 of Reddick here. Say Reddick and Bubba on the top side, Dillon on the inside with the 24 Byron. Oh, 24 Byron looking to maybe try and slot his way up into the top spot. And here we go. Yaley has asserted himself up into the top spot of the open drivers. If he can just hang on here, he might have a shot here. So yeah, there we go. Ty Dillon getting a massive push here as the inside line starting to form up here. 5 laps to go. 5 more times around here in the Daytona Duel. Bubba Wallace just had to catch himself massively there a moment ago, and that is what also helped Ty Dillon gain that momentum on the inside line. But now that top side is reformed up, let's say some definitely still some moving and shaking going on here, but Bubba Wallace right back alongside Ty Dillon. Plenty of time still to go here. Again, 5 laps to go. We've got ourselves a little over, let's say a little under 10 miles to go. Or sorry, a little over 10 miles to go. A little over 10 miles to go. And again, JJ Yaley versus MTJ fighting this one out on behalf of Dale Earnhardt Jr. here. Again, if Truex can beat Yaley back to the line, yeah, Truex would go ahead and get the win spot, and it would be would go back to Allgaier's lap time from last night that would get him into the field. So here we go, William Byron hanging on that bottom line here, and let's see what's it gonna be. Alright, so here we go. Ty Dillon coming to 3 to go. Ty Dillon looking like he might want to try and control both lanes here. And let's see. Here we go. Oh, as I say, Bubba Wallace surging on the top side. He's going to try and absolutely storm by here. And we got a couple of drivers popping to the outside line trying to make it 3 wide. It is the 40 of Justin Allgaier trying to lead that charge on the outside. Here comes MTJ back past the 44 of Yaley. And if Truex is able to do that, again, it will be enough to go ahead and get Dale Jr. to the Daytona 500 here. Oh, but MTJ gets checked up in the middle line here. And now it's 3 wide once again. Yaley on the bottom. Truex to the middle. Allgaier on top here. 3 laps to go. It will be 2 laps to go at the line. 2 more times around. So 2 more times around here for the Daytona Duel number 1 here. And let's see, what's it going to be? The Daytona Duel. You've got Ty Dillon out in front here. 3 wide for the transfer spot. And AJ Allmendinger caught up there just a little bit. JJ Yaley checks way up, and he has now lost any semblance of momentum here. He's going to need a really incredible final lap here to try and get himself back into this fight, as the 40 of Justin Allgaier has fought his way back up into the transfer spot. And we can see Justin Allgaier go ahead and lock himself into this one. White flag, 1 lap to go. 1 lap left here in this Daytona Duel number 1 here. And let's see, who's it going to be? Again, right now, Bubba Wallace out in front of the field. 3 wide behind him. And again, the next flag will end the race. Justin Allgaier pushing on the back bumper of the 16 here. It's getting a little bit shaky. He's got Mike McDowell behind him. Big block from the 10 of Ty Dillon. Big block there, and he might have just cost Dale Jr. a spot in the 500. Let's see. Coming through off of turn 4 here to the stripe. Bubba Wallace, easy, out in front. Everybody else behind him. And it's going to be Allgaier gets it in. Allgaier gets in. Yaley falls all the way to 17th there. And Justin Allgaier scrapes in to the Daytona 500. Dale Jr., you're heading to the show. Dale Jr. heads to the big race. And there we go. Massive congratulations to Bubba Wallace as well on the top spot there. There we go. Just let me grab the highlight there. So that will be the end of duel number 1 here. As again, Bubba Wallace with an incredible move there to go ahead and come back in. Let's see. Again, I'm amazed here by Bubba. Bubba is one of the best plate racers on the planet, and it should be absolutely no surprise that he was able to go ahead and get this one done. But I was just so waiting for somebody to try and make that wild move. Ty Dillon ultimately made it, but it ultimately cost him a couple of spots as he comes home in the third position. William Byron second. So again, the inside line will be Briscoe on the pole position, Bubba Wallace, William Byron, Ty Dillon, Chastain, the inside front five. Reddick, Allmendinger, Austin Dillon, Chase Elliott, and Allgaier will be rounding out your top 10 drivers on that inside line. Kyle Busch comes home 10th tonight, and that means he will start the 11th car on the. He'll be in row 11 on the Daytona 500 grid. Yeah, Ty Gibbs comes home in the 11th position. Michael McDowell comes home 12th. 13th, Ryan Preece. 14th, Josh Berry. And rounding out the top 15 finishers tonight was Martin Truex Jr. Ricky Stenhouse Jr. comes home 16th. 17th for J.J. Yaley. Unfortunately, not enough for him to transfer into the main event. He will be going home. Yeah, Hocevar coming home 18th. Again, he's a chartered car. He is in the field. He had nothing to worry about. Briscoe coming home in the 19th position. He will be on the pole position, as we mentioned a moment ago. And Chandler Smith with that destroyed race car, he will not be in the field for the Daytona 500. But Elio Castroneves taken out in that same wreck. He will get to start 41st in the Daytona 500 despite all the odds. So there we go. Again, we've got duel number 2 coming up shortly. So if you guys are thinking about leaving, don't worry. Again, duel 2 will be up shortly. But man, what a run for Bubba Wallace and this 2311 team. Again, Reddick all over his back bumper trying to make that one happen. Allgaier, again, fighting his way up into that one. All right, so there we go. And yep, there we go. Justin Allgaier celebrating with the team on the pit road after finding out that they did just enough to go ahead and get themselves into this one. Again, massive congratulations to Dale Jr. and Justin Allgaier on getting their way into the Daytona 500. As again, it was not easy. As I say, we thought maybe they might time trial in on Wednesday. Ultimately, it took all all 60 laps of the dual race, but ultimately he is able to get his way in there, and now we're going to see Justin Allgaier racing the Daytona 500 for Junior Motorsports. Let's go. The Daytona 500 just got their biggest star, and here we go. We were waiting to see what the big storyline of Daytona was going to be. So we're gonna get to see Elio Castroneves versus Junior Motorsports in this one in the Daytona 500. Can't wait to see what they pull out of their hat for the Daytona 500. And imagine what the crowd will be doing if Dale Jr. and Junior Motorsports takes the win in this one. So there we go. All right, so yeah, we're chilling out. We've got a little bit of time in between the first two, so there we go. No, I'm still here. We're still gonna be streaming all the way through to the second stream, or not second stream, but second race. We'll do both duels. Yeah, we're doing both duels. Don't you worry, because there's not enough time in between the two duels to do two different streams. We'll just do them as one. So there we go. Got duel 1 done. We are chilling out here in between this one. Again, they're talking with now. Yep, here's the man, the myth, the legend, the Dale Jr. out here. Gonna go ahead and talk about the guy, two-time Daytona 500 winner, 2004 and 2014, and of course now Cup Series team owner. Going to be attempting, and will be starting in their very first Daytona 500. And there we go. Let's see. I believe you mean Jackson Dart, and I haven't. I've heard a lot of people say some good things about him, but I haven't actually seen him play, so I don't really know much about him. I mean, again, if the Jets can get him in, say, the second or third round, I think that would be a great spot for him. If you're talking about the Jets taking him in the first round, I think that would be a mistake because I think taking any quarterback in the first round, I think at this point for the Jets, unless maybe Shador or Cam Ward falls to them, because I think offensive line for the Jets is going to be their number one priority in the draft. And I think my dad, as a Jets fan, could probably agree with me that O line is way more important for them than drafting another quarterback who might not work out. So there we go. All right, so we got 34 people hanging out in chat. Thank you guys for everybody that's decided to tune up. Again, we just finished up duel number 1, and duel 2 will be on deck here shortly. So, again, duel 1 just wrapped up. And again, Duel 2, we will be live here all the way through until the start of Duel 2. And then once Duel 2 gets going, we will be excited for this one. So there we go. Yeah, I can't believe Allgaier managed to pull that one out. Fought as hard as he possibly could there. All right, so let's see. So yeah, we're chilling out here. Let's see. All right. Now you think the all right. One second. Let's see. All right. You think Jets bring bet quarterback? I haven't. If you're talking about bringing a veteran quarterback, I could definitely see that. But I mean, the biggest thing is that I think the Jets need to could go with a they can go with an experienced veteran, but the biggest thing they need to do is they need to build the offensive line before anything else. But yeah, right now I'm trying to find the replay of that finish for the short. There we go. That's Alright, so there we go. But yeah, again, I think the Jets have needed a complete retool for a little while now. So I certainly don't think that this year would be a bad year to start it. Although I don't think there's really I don't think there's a really a top quarterback to go for. I'd say you build everything else and then hope that you're in a good spot for a quarterback next year. And nope, here we go. They're going to talk to J.J. Yaley here, who just missed out on the Daytona 500 after a great showing there. So again, JJ Haley put up a heck of a fight here. Comes home 20. Comes home in the 17th position. Fails to qualify for the Daytona 500. But again, JJ Haley put up a heck of a fight there. Who would you feel into the O line for the Jets in the draft? Again, I haven't watched a lot of these O lines, so I don't really know too many of the names. I would say either of the Texas guys could be an option. I've also heard Will Campbell's name mentioned, I believe, as an offensive tackle or an offensive guard. I think he could very much be a good option there for them. It just comes down to what kind of position player they're looking for. If they're looking for a dedicated tackle, I think they absolutely look more to someone like one of the Texas guys like Kelvin Banks Jr. If they're looking for a potential flex player to play all across the offensive line, I think Will Campbell would be the spot. But so there we go. Again, they're talking. I have no idea who Mike Green is. I've never heard his name before. Now, that doesn't mean that he couldn't fit. I just have no idea who he is. Again, hadn't heard of Darius Alexander until you mentioned him earlier from Toledo. I mean, Toledo's not exactly a top school, so I don't. So I wouldn't be too. I wouldn't certainly be bidding on that one, but there we go. And they're showing some of these drivers having issues before that one, and then even Zane Smith early in the race, lap 3, cutting a tire in this one. No, do not go edge rusher here. First off, again, I don't even know. I don't know what school Marshall is. I've never heard of that school, but yeah, no, the Jets don't need edge rushing. They've got good. Their defense is good. You need to focus on that O line for the most part. Again, edge rushing at this point for them would be a luxury pick, and I don't think they have the capital to spend on luxury at this point. So yeah, there we go. They're showing the interview with Justin Allgaier again. And there we go. Bubba Wallace hanging out in victory lane here at Daytona. Yeah, as he hopes to do say later on this weekend, as he hopes to take home the Daytona 500 and his first, I believe it would be his first postseason berth, if I'm not mistaken, for Bubba Wallace, or at the very least, it'd be his first time winning to advance. And getting to hoist his son there in victory lane, I believe it is. Could be a daughter, but I thought it was a baby boy. But there we go. So you got a commercial break again. We are a few minutes away from the start of the second race, so just give it a minute. We have got 27 people hanging out in chat. Thank you guys for everybody that has decided to spend a portion of your very valuable Thursday night here with us as we are getting ready for the Daytona Duels again. We got Truck, Xfinity, and Cup the next 3 nights, so we will be streaming 3 days in a row here. So there we go. We are. All right, so yeah, we're just chilling out here. Hopefully, everybody's having a good time. Again, feel free to let me know who you guys think is gonna win this one. Let's see. Are you no streaming? I have no idea what you're trying to say there, but I'm still streaming. Yeah, we're gonna be streaming right on through to the end of the second duel. We still got another 60 lap race to go, so we're definitely not ending anytime soon. So yeah, we're just at they're at commercial break though, so we don't have anything to talk about there, and we are again chilling out here. Again, Truck Series. Actually, Truck Series practice happened earlier today. Let's go ahead and take a look at the leaderboard there from that. All right, here we go. Already checked in, gotten my points. NASCAR fan reward points. Let's see. Now let's see results. Truck Series. Okay, here we go. Truck Series. Yeah, race. Oh, they didn't have a practice session. I thought they had a practice session today. What was earlier today then? Before was it an Xfinity practice session? I thought there was something on today. But yeah, again, they're getting ready for this one. We're mere minutes away here. Let's see. Darius Alexander. Okay, offensive tackle. Again, I've never heard of this guy. I don't know what he does as an offensive lineman. I haven't looked at him. Haven't heard anyone talk about him, so I have no idea if he's would be a good fit for the Jets or not. But certainly, I think the Jets should be looking at a higher end prospect. And I would probably look to Kelvin Banks Jr. or Will Campbell. Again, I think they should be looking to address this in round one. Oh, come on. Okay, looks like there wasn't anything on track earlier today. I could have sworn there was something on track earlier. Alright. Well, offensive tackles usually are pretty big guys, so again, that doesn't really differentiate how big, because the size of a big guy can be very different. Alright, so there we go. Again, we're chilling out here. Hopefully everybody's having a good time. Again, we're just a little bit out from the start of duel number two. Duel number two should be getting ready to go here shortly. And we are currently sitting just a couple, as I closing in on that next big subscriber goal here of 2,900. Currently sitting, what would that be? 36 subscribers away. All right, we're closing in on that goal. All right, so there we go. Thank you guys for popping in here, and let's see. Again, Kenneth Grant, he's a defensive tackle, so one, I certainly don't think the Jets should be picking him in the first round. Two, I don't think he makes it to the second round. Pick for the Jets. And three, I think they have bigger needs in defensive line. Again, maybe if the Jets are able to trade back in the second round and still get him, but I really don't see Kenneth Grant falling out of that first round, and certainly not falling far enough in the second round to make it worth it for the Jets. Like, yeah, would he help? Probably. Would he be worth it enough? No. And there we go. Coming back from commercial break, and we are going to be getting ready for duel number two here. They just aren't, as I say, Travis Hunter's just going to be off the board before the Jets get a chance to pick, which that's my worry would be with Kelvin Banks and Will Campbell. I think there's a good chance one, possibly both of them, could be off the board before the Jets, but there's no way that Hunter falls to the Jets. He also doesn't really fit what the Jets would need either, because again, they need O line. He doesn't play O line. Plays receiver, they have good receivers. He plays corner, they already have elite corners. So again, Luther Burden is going to be a late first, early second round pick. Jets don't need a wide receiver that early in the draft. They might take a wide receiver in round 3 or 4, maybe even round 5, but Again, that would not be something I'd be spending in priority pick, and to get Luther Burden, you would need a priority pick. Depends how much they're gonna pay me if I'm gonna play for that. But yeah, they're talking with Bubba Wallace here. The victory lane celebration has now started to calm down. He's got himself his Dr. Pepper in hand, and we are again mere minutes away from the start of this second duel race here as we get ready for this one. This one, you've got the Penske power up front. You've got Austin Cindric, Joey Logano lined up to go ahead and take this one. This one, you've also got you've got Todd Gilliland in the 34, Brad Keselowski and the 17 of Buescher. I mean, that would be hilarious if he did, but I don't think they're looking into signing people who are older than their current quarterback. Or, I say current. I don't think they're looking to sign anyone over the age of about 40. Certainly, they shouldn't be looking at signing anyone over the age of 40. Hence why they should be getting rid of Aaron Rodgers as soon as humanly possible, if not sooner. So, there we go. Well, he's in the chat, so he could possibly read that message and give you a response. I don't, but I am pretty confident. I know that he probably would say no on that one. Coaching might be a different answer. Certainly, he would absolutely take the opportunity if you offered him the ability to take over as owner, if for no other reason than to get Woody Johnson out of there. I don't know. I think my cat could be a good mascot for the Jets. Just put some little plane wings on the tape some cardboard play wings to him. I think he could make a good Jets mascot. Yep, there we go. We got 41 people hanging out in chat again. We are just short of the we're just shy of the start for the second duel race. Should be getting ready for this one. And again, duel number 2 is just as stacked as duel 1 was, so hopefully you guys are excited. I know I certainly am here as we get ready for duel number 2. Again, this one's got Kyle Larson in it. This one's got a bunch of big names in this one, so. All right. So, yep, there we go. We are chilling out here. Hopefully, everybody's having a good time. I know we're looking for duel 2. There we go. Duel 2. Come on. There we go. That's what we're looking for. Progress leaderboard. Yeah, I saw your messages in chat. But yeah, no, Kyle Busch is not going to be playing for the Jets. Okay, Adam Sandler's a Jets fan. All right. It's one thing to be a Jets fan, it's another one to actually want to play for the Jets. No, I didn't break the stream. I haven't broken anything as far as I'm aware. Outside of maybe the viewership record, as we are currently sitting at 40 people hanging out in chat. Thank you guys for everybody that has decided to spend a portion of your very valuable time here as we are getting ready to start this one up. Again, duel number 2 is upon us here. Again, we got Cindric and Logano, Denny Hamlin and Bell, Larson and Bowman, the front 6. Then we got Todd Gilliland, Brad Keselowski, row 4. Row 5 will be Chris Buescher and Ryan Blaney. And there we go. The cars are on track and circulating. We will be getting ready to go green here shortly. How's Brad K? I mean, I think he's a very good driver, especially at these big, as he's at these bigger plate style of races. And that also seems to be the specialty of the Roush Fenway organization that he joined a couple years ago as an owner. So, any Aussies in NASCAR? I think the closest thing to an Australian in NASCAR would be Shane Van Gisbergen out of New Zealand. That's it. If you're looking for Australian drivers, I think IndyCar would be the spot to be looking because Will Power, if I'm not mistaken, is Australian. Yeah, former former Indy 500 winner and IndyCar champion. But yep, there we go. Again, they're getting ready for this one. They're doubling up, and we will be getting ready for race number 2 here shortly. Welcome on in. Hopefully, everybody's having a good time. I say these streams have been amazing ever since we started doing them a couple years ago, and again, you guys make all of this possible. So, could not be more thankful for every single one of you guys that have shown up and shown your support at one point or another for this channel. Whether tonight's your first night popping in for a stream or if you guys have been here for years and years. Will Power, he races in the IndyCar series, which returns on March 2nd at the streets of St. Petersburg. He'll be driving the what number is he? Number 12. Yeah, he drives number 12. I believe Verizon sponsored Chevy in the IndyCar series for Team Penske. I don't know if he's the only Australian. I know that they've got a lot of New Zealanders over there as well. They've got Scott McLaughlin, Scott Dixon, who are both out of New Zealand, I believe. So, yeah. Is Todd Gillen doing good? Well, I mean, the race hasn't started yet, but he's in 7th place, and Chase Elliott was in the first duel, and he had an okay run. But here we go. Jimmy Johnson, Riley Herbst sharing a row as well. Talk about the age and experience of Jimmy Johnson on the same row as a NASCAR Cup Series rookie. So there we go. Ryan Blaney's a pretty good driver. Certainly looking forward to seeing how he can go ahead and race his way up here. All right, but we are getting ready to go racing here. Is Jimmy okay? I mean, well, outside of being in his mid 40s and definitely not at the top of his NASCAR career, I mean, he's certainly solid. Here we go. SVG is in this heat. We got Corey LaJoy going to be trying to go ahead and race his way up there. Chris Buescher doing okay again. That race hasn't started yet. He'll be rolling off from the 9th position in row 5. Cody Ware and BJ McLeod rounding out this 22 car field tonight for duel number 2. Kyle Larson is more than okay. He will almost certainly be a championship contender at the end of the year. And I would be shocked if he isn't at least a factor in this duel race. Now, he doesn't typically have the best super speedway luck at tracks like Daytona and Talladega, but again, in the duel race where it's shorter, maybe less pressure, maybe he can have a good chance to go ahead and get this one. Joey Logano, okay, I certainly would assume so. Alex Bowman, yeah, he's got the nickname Average Bowman for a reason, and they go ahead and do a pass through on. So the entire field doing a pass through on pit road here to double check their speedometers. Again, another 60 lap race. Exact same numbers as the first race. So again, 40 to 44 laps of fuel in the tank. 60 lap race will force a green flag pit stop somewhere in the middle. There we go. Again, we are chilling out here. Hopefully, everybody's excited for this one. I know I certainly am. As we are closing in here on this, on the start of this Daytona 500. Hopefully, you guys are as excited as I am. Yeah, 60 lap run tonight. Yeah, for these drivers. Last chance for a lot of these drivers to tune up before the big race. And for a couple of them, it's their last chance to try and get into the field. Again, Corey LaJoie trying to bump his way into the field. Yeah. Who are the other drivers trying to bump their way in? Anthony Alfredo in this heat will be trying to bump his way into the field. BJ McLeod trying to bump his way in. Ryan Blaney, yeah, he won the championship 2 years ago in 2013 or in 2023, so he's certainly good. All right, so there we go. And they're talking about the importance of the points earned in the duels. So there we go. So yeah, last year the regular season championship was decided based on the finish in the duels. So there we go. All right, we are chilling out here, getting ready for this one. And again, everybody's getting doubled up, and we should be seeing the green flag, I believe, next time by. So we are one lap away from seeing green flag racing here. 60 laps to go here. And let's see. Pace car will be pulling off the track. This is going to be Bell's 6th Daytona 500 here. There we go. Pace car is off. Field in the hands of the 2 and the 22. As they come down to the green flag, and it is green, green, green. Green flag is out, and let's see. Let's go racing, boys. 60 laps to go, and there we go. Joey Logano immediately off the throttle, allowing his teammate, Austin Cindric to come down and block in front of him, and now the two of them can work together to try and block and hold off the other 20 cars as they go ahead and try and control the front of this field. Yeah, if you can control the front of the field, that absolutely helps that one. Christopher Bell drives the number 20 car. So he'll be driving the DeWalt Toyota out here. But looks like Christopher Bell basically immediately dropped to the rear of the field. And here we go. Denny Hamlin up the inside here. He's gotten all the way up alongside Austin Cindric. Going to potentially try and take the top spot away from Cindric. And it looks like that bottom might be starting to become a little bit more effective here. Yeah, a lot of this coming down to the a lot of this is going to be coming down to the pushes that they get from behind, but any big race coming up, Daytona 500, there is no bigger race. At least not for the NASCAR drivers. Yeah, there's still the Indy 500 coming up in May as well, so definitely some other big races coming up, but the Daytona 500 is looming large here as the 11 of Denny Hamlin has started to get his nose out ahead of the 2 of Cindric here. Coming down the line, and Denny Hamlin will lead that lap here, lap 3. This is where we saw tire trouble for the Alright, so there we go. Let's see. Again, manufacturer breakdown here. Then we got 6 Toyotas, 6 Chevys, and a whopping 10 Fords here in this field. So there we go. Who's my NASCAR driver? Again, I root for a big 3, so I've got Kyle Busch, McDowell, and Stenhouse, who were all in Duel 1. Allmendinger is right there with him. Just he hasn't been a Cup driver for the last couple of years, so I kind of dropped him from my kind of big 3 because he'd been my favorite Xfinity Series driver. Who was Noah Gragson? I actually got an autograph from him last year, but yeah, he's a NASCAR Cup Series driver. He was running for so he's raced about two and a half seasons in the NASCAR Cup Series at this point. Still looking for that first win here, driving the number 4 car this year for Front Row Motorsports. There we go, the two Penske cars. They go ahead, they get hooked up, and they go ahead and drive right to the front of the field once again. Cindric on the top side, Hamlin on the bottom. They continue to try and make a case on that top line. Problem is, if you can't convince other people to go with you, say it won't matter how good you are. All right, so there we go. So yeah, right now Bell just hanging out in the back of the pack here, just kind of waiting to see what the rest of the field is gonna do. And really, up until the green flag pit stop, I think we can, for the most part, chill out and assume that nothing crazy is gonna happen here. So here we go. Again, duel one. We saw a lot of commotion early on here. We'd already seen two cautions, I think, by this point in the race, as we are currently about to complete lap 5. Alright, so there we go. Again, the open cars in tonight's race. We got LaJoy, Johnson, Alfredo, and BJ McLeod. Those 4 drivers will be racing for their starting spot in the Daytona 500. If if Johnson wins it, I don't know who gets the next provisional. Yeah, but if LaJoy or Alfredo get the top open spot in the race, as LaJoy currently holds the spot, then he would get into the Daytona 500. So there we go. All right, so 6 laps in. Let's see. Here we go. Kyle Busch was going to do V8 supercars in Australia. Did I hear about that? I hadn't heard about that specifically, but it doesn't surprise me because Kyle Busch has shown interest in driving nearly anything with a motor. So here we go, and right now they're going with some team radio here from Jimmy Johnson as right now they're trying to hope that none of these problems that they're experiencing will be persistent into the Daytona 500. Let's see. So based on qualifying, if Jimmy Johnson were to win his way into the duel, Allgaier would be the next up, but he already won his. So then Corey LaJoy would be the next alternate. So LaJoy is in unless. Yeah, so LaJoy is in the Daytona 500 unless Alfredo or McLeod get up here and pass him and Johnson. So here we go. 8 laps down here, and Denny Hamlin starting to take a little bit of control over the front of the field here. All right, so there we go. Let's see, what do we got here? Any new sponsors for drivers this year? There's a few new sponsors for different drivers this year. One of the ones that I kind of didn't notice is that the Fastenal car for Chris Buescher had a DeWalt logo on the side of it. Obviously, National Debt Relief for the driver of the number 11 after he lost his FedEx money. Alright, so there we go. Again, we are chilling out here. Hopefully, everybody's having a good time. Yeah, 9 laps in here. The question is, how far into the run do you potentially start to question maybe going to pit road? Again, I wouldn't start thinking about that until a little bit later, but at this point, you're starting to get into the question mark of, okay, at 15, at 20. Say, if you're not on pit road by lap 20, I think you're starting to miss the trick there. So they go to commercial break. We've got, say, 9 laps currently under the belt. Let's see. All right, let's see. What do we got? Yeah, right now we're at commercial. We're at a full screen commercial break, so you're not missing it, or we're all missing the same amount of stuff here. And let's see. Yeah, right now we're just chilling out here. Hopefully everybody's having a good time. Yes, there we go. We are chilling out here. Hopefully everybody's having a good time. All right, let's see. I'm curious to see where this stream ranks on viewership because we've been picking up a ton of steam here with the stream here. All right, so it looks like what's our current view count at? All right, 4,500 views. So that would put it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that would be just outside the top 5. So this is our 6th most viewed stream of all time here. Welcome on in. Hopefully everybody's having a good time. Yeah, we're 12 laps in. We're getting ready to come back for a commercial break. But yeah, this is our 6th most viewed stream of all time. And again, I thank you guys for it. Again, we would not be here without you guys. There we go. Is Daniel Sanchez still racing? Do you mean Suarez? Because Suarez is definitely still racing. He is currently ranked. He is currently in the 15th position. Here we go. Again, 13 laps in here to a 60 lap run. And again, the question is when lap 20 gets here, who is going to be coming to pit road? Because there's going to be some amount of drivers who are going to be darting for pit road the second they think that the pit window is open. All right, so again, we are chilling out here. Hopefully, everybody's having a good time. All right, so again, right now, Denny Hamlin, he's keeping this one up to speed. The entire field running right about the same lap time. Let's say the entire top 10 is somewhere between a 50.2 and a 50.24 and a 50.29. And again, right now, Denny Hamlin has the control of the field. The question is, for how long will Denny Hamlin be able to hang on to this one? He's gotten so far out in front, he's going to have drivers coming with a head of steam before they even get to him. All right, so yeah, right now, Denny Hamlin over now Austin Cindric here as they round 15 laps into this one. They're making some good progress here. The question is, how far in can they go before they start to again consider that pit road as an option? All right, so there we go. Hey, Sean, how's it going? Is this the second duel? Yes, this is duel number 2. Duel 1 was won by Bubba Wallace with a late race move by Justin Allgaier to race his way into the Daytona 500. That was the big storyline. He, JJ Yaley, and MTJ were all fighting for the transfer spot. And here we go, Eric Jones out of nowhere to the top spot. What? Where did Eric Jones come from? Eric Jones and Jimmy Johnson just slingshotted around the field, and they are right to the front of the field. Who could have predicted that? Wow. Real speed and power from Jimmy Johnson and Eric Jones for the first time in half a decade. So there we go. Jimmy Johnson and Eric Jones just power their way around the field, and there we go. Now the question is, did he show too much here in that burst of speed? Did say, or will they be able to pull that off later in the race as well? So there we go. Let's see again. Right now, Jones up at the front of the field, and now you've got Ryan Blaney working that very top lane here. You got Blaney, you got, I believe, Suarez on his rear bumper, Gilliland behind him. Again, everybody on that very top line trying to make something work. Christopher Bell actually on the top line. Sorry, not Gilliland there. Again, is Daniels just still racing? You've asked me that 7 times now. And say if you're talking about Daniel Suarez, yes, he's about to take second place here as he's pushing on the back bumper of the two. If you're asking about someone else, I don't know who Daniel Sanchez is. Brad Perez, yep, he's a truck series driver. He's not racing until tomorrow. All right, sweet. Thanks for the update. Hey, no problem. Again, we're here to the end of this duel, and then we'll be back for Trucks, Xfinity, and Cup the rest of the weekend. So we've got a busy weekend of streaming. Hopefully, you guys are excited. If you guys are, again, we've been here for nearly 2 years of this. Feel free to hit the like button and subscribe if you guys are new, so you guys don't miss any future videos or live streams. Not sure if I'll have a race review up from this one. I assume that I probably will end up recording one after tonight, but the biggest thing is going to be working on Fantasy Friday for tomorrow because there is not a lot of time to get this stuff done. So here we go. Is Jake Garcia racing not in tonight's Cup Series race? I believe he might be a Truck Series driver. So again, we'll have to wait and see. All right, so here we go. Again, right now, Eric Jones has control of the race. Blaney and Johnson side by side for second here. Eric Almirola is not racing tonight. In fact, I don't know if he's racing at all this year. But again, right now, Jimmy Johnson right on the back bumper of Eric Jones. He's continuing to make this one happen, driving it right alongside the former Cup Series champion Ryan Blaney. Okay, so they got a commercial break, and again, right now, we're about to hit lap 20, and that is where I think we will start to see some drivers potentially considering pit road as an option here. And that is going to be a interesting spot. Again, that is where I think they will start to need to consider what are they going to do when and if they start to see pit stops occurring. So there we go. Welcome on in. Hopefully everybody's having a good time. All right, it's Nick Sanchez racing. He will be in tomorrow night's truck race, but he is not in today's Xfinity, or he's not in today's Cup Series duel. So again, they're at commercial break. We are chilling out here. But we have made it over 2/3 the way in without a crash. So far, this duel seems to be a whole lot cleaner than the last one. And usually, if they start clean, that usually does not indicate that indicates that the second half of the race will probably be a lot different. Alright, so right now we're just chilling out here. Hopefully everybody's having a good time. We got 24 people hanging out in chat. Again, it's starting to get late. I'm starting to wear down, but we are here. We now are up to 31 people hanging out in chat. Thank you guys for everybody that has decided to pop on in here. And again, they are getting ready for this one. They've got here we got 2311 commercial. Say, yep. Say these. I gotta say, Toyota did a phenomenal job with this Toyota driver commercial, highlighting their three teams. You've got the Michael Jordan, Denny Hamlin owned team. You've got the team owned by former NFL head coach Joe Gibbs, and then you've got the third team on there, which is co-owned by and now majority owned by Jimmy Johnson. So three very high-powered teams. No idea who that is. So my guess is an ARCA guy, and he won't be racing tonight. All right, so again, right now, Eric Jones has held on to the lead for 7 out of the 23 laps. And again, I'm kind of surprised we haven't seen any massive jumps of drivers trying to get to pit road here. Again, maybe they're waiting to the halfway point, but at this point, if I'm one of these other manufacturers, say, well, maybe not the Toyotas, but if I'm like, say, the Brad Keselowski and Chris Buescher Fords, maybe try and get Custer and some of the other Fords to come with you, hit pit road and try and cycle this one around. Is Ryan Vargas racing? He's racing in other stuff. He's in like the Euro Series this year, I think, if I'm not mistaken. I know who he is. He's a really good guy, but I don't know where he's racing this year. I believe he's racing overseas. So there we go. All right. So yeah, they're tying with Ryan Blaney here, while Jones and Johnson are just defending this top spot, no matter who comes to try and get it. Okay, so again, right now they're working their way through this one, 26 laps in. I am curious to see how far they go before they start to debate throwing this one to going to pit road. Will you be on Sunday? Yep, I will absolutely be streaming Sunday. I don't know who Silas is. Any Japanese NASCAR drivers? Again, we've been over this. We went over this yesterday. As far as I know, I don't know if there's any. I know there's none in the Cup Series. My guess is that there could easily be some in the Truck or Xfinity Series that I just don't know. But again, right now, these Toyotas at the front of the field, the Aaron Jones and Jimmy Johnson are absolutely just controlling the front of the field, and that is impressive. All right, so again, right now, 27 laps in, and let's see. Yeah, we're just working our way through this one. Let's see. Again, I am surprised that we haven't seen any of these drivers potentially trying to go to pit road here. And now Daniel Suarez on the inside. He's going to try and take this one away from the Toyotas here. Suarez, he's got the speed, he's got the experience. All right, so yeah, right now, Jones on the top line here. Suarez leading that inside charge here. They're starting to gain some real momentum on that inside line. Okay, yeah, as I said, I was pretty sure could have been some truck or Xfinity Series drivers that I just didn't remember the names of that were Japanese. So yeah, right now though, Eric Jones and Johnson on that top line, they are absolutely firing around this one at all at full steam. All right, so here we go. Suarez to the front of the field. Here we go. Daniel Suarez, and he will lead at the line that time by. No, actually, timing and scoring is saying that Eric Jones led at the line. And here we go. We are officially halfway through. Okay, so again, right now we're chilling out here. Hopefully, everybody's having a good time. And again, this race has been pretty much deadlocked here for the last like 5 laps, side by side. Eric Jones and Jimmy Johnson on the top side, Suarez on the inside. Okay, so there we go. 31 laps down. Alright, let's see. Come on. Gotta be some pit stops coming at some point, right? Next commercial break, I'm gonna have to go use the bathroom, but here we go. Hopefully, that next commercial break will come at the timing of a yellow, maybe. But again, so far tonight, let's say this duel here has been exceptionally clean, and alright, so there we go. They got a commercial break. I'm gonna throw in a quick ad break, and I'm gonna go use the bathroom, and I'll be right back, guys. Also gonna grab an energy drink. I am definitely starting to wear down. All right, and we are back. All right. I don't know. As I don't know much about Kurtz. So, all right, here we go. 35 laps in, and now Blaney has risen to the front, and the Toyotas came down to the pit road. I see Jimmy Johnson coming off pit road. So yeah, we've got our first couple of pit stops there. Of course, the moment I will leave the thing, I have absolutely no idea because I barely ever heard the name. Couldn't tell you one thing about him outside of his name. All right, here we go. Going down the back straightaway here, though. Again, this puts Alfredo into position to potentially race his way in as of right now. Currently 36 laps down out of 60. Okay. Again, I don't know anything about him, so here we go. So we got Suarez versus Blaney here, and that top line is absolutely got the momentum. So here we go. Blaney on that top side. Blaney, Cindric, Logano. The top three on that top line are the top three, are all three Penske drivers, and they are working very hard together to try and take this one. And here we go. They're coming up to try and lap Jimmy Johnson. Oh, here we go. Let's see. Can they lap Jimmy? And I said, a good thing for Jimmy is that they are side by side, which means it'll be harder for them to try and lap him. One, because they will be slowing each other down, and two, even when they do get to him, they are going to have to try and figure out a way around him. And he's only one car. He'll pick a line and have to go with it. But there we go. Again, Jimmy Johnson in on speed already, so it's down to Alfredo versus LaJoy for the top spot. All right, so here we go. Yeah, Suarez on the bottom. And say Blaney on the top here. Okay, yeah, there's literally like 75 different truck drivers on it per season, so yeah, I just don't know much about all. It'd be impossible for me to know every single truck driver. I know a decent chunk of them, but as I say, there are literally over 70 of them per year, so it'd be pretty close to impossible for me to memorize the entire list of them, especially when half of them will race one race and never again. And there we go. Yep, Jimmy Johnson goes down a lap. There we go. Let's see. Ooh, there we go. So wow, the inside line is actually starting to surge here late, but they're closing in on the end of the. They're closing in on the end of they're closing in on the end of this fuel window here. Currently at 40 laps on the green flag run. Question is, when will we see the field come to pit road here for their fuel stop? They've gone 40 laps. Again, fuel window is somewhere between 40 and 44 laps. How far can they stretch it, and how far will they try and stretch it? Again, right now, Jimmy Johnson 1 lap down. He is basically out of contention here, but he doesn't really care. He's in the field regardless. Anthony Alfredo has made his way all the way up inside the top five, up to fourth here. Oh my, Anthony Alfredo is putting on a show here. So there we go. So here we go. Again, down the back straightaway here. Massive push to the back bumper of the 99. And they've got 3 cars out in front of the top line. Could potentially, those 3 could start to block both lanes, but as of right now, I think they are pretty well bottom line committed. Alright, so again, right now, 42 laps in here. I've been reading chat, Mike. You've said the same thing 5 times in a row. I get it. He's truck number 15. So yeah, here we go. Okay, so again, Suarez, Hamlin, Larson, Alfredo, Blaney, the first car on the outside line, all the way back in 5th, now 6th, as Alex Bowman's starting to take advantage. I'm starting to wonder if maybe these drivers are starting to filter out of this top line on purpose to start getting ready for this green flag stop that we know is coming in. Because we know there's a green flag stop coming in here. The question is, when will they come to pit road? And I say these Penske drivers are still up on that outside line, and they're still trying to work together. But I don't know. If I'm them, I would have potentially backed out earlier and tried to work together to try and get to pit road. Again, right now you're pinned on that outside, so you're kind of stuck at the mercy of the rest of the crowd. All right, there we go. So let's see. Here we go. 44 laps in. This is the extreme edge of the window, and yep, there we go. Larson waving his hand out the window. That is the universal sign to the other drivers that you are coming to pit road. So I think this could be the lap. We might see everybody coming to pit road. Let's see. And yep, here comes Suarez, Denny Hamlin, Kyle Larson, and others coming to pit road. Alfredo hits pit road. Bowman, Jones, Bell, all coming to pit road here. And I say, splash of gas and go. And by splash, I mean basically a half tank here because they do still need to go about 20 laps. So here we go. And again, they made it a pretty decent chunk here, and now it's going to be basically an all Ford wave next time by here. All right, have a good night. And here we go. Let's see. Yeah, here we go. Here come all the Fords, and they're all going to be coming to pit road this time by. No, not all of them. The Fords split up. Oh no, that's going to be horrible for them. And here we go. The Penske Fords coming down here. All the 3 Penske Fords, a couple of the front row Fords. So I say under this stop here, this one is going to be the one for LaJoy. The question is this going to be enough for them to potentially leapfrog the Toyota pack? And more notably, is it going to be enough for LaJoy to leapfrog Alfredo here? All right. See ya. All right, so there we go. And now here come the Roush Fenway Kozlowski Fords. Brad Kozlowski, Busher, here comes Custer, and the 51 of Cody Ware all coming to pit road. Speeding penalty. Kyle Larson, Denny Hamlin, and John Hunter Nemechek all speeding on pit road, and that is going to be costly for those 3. All right, we'll see you when the NFL season starts again. I will be here the whole time, but yep, there goes Kyle Larson having to peel out of the pack, and now we got ourselves about a 10-lap sprint here to the checkered. And there we go. This Ford pack, they are absolutely flying around here. The question is again, what can the Toyotas or the Chevys try and do to try and upset this Ford pack? Because this line of Fords here is absolutely insane with how fast they're going. And oh, Custer almost wrecked Blaney there trying to get into line. All right, goodbye. I'll see you later. All right, here we go. Again, we are chilling out here. Hopefully, everybody's having a good time. Let's see. All right, here we go. Cindric all over the back bumper of the 17 of Busher. 17 of Busher currently holds the top spot. Busher tries to make a big block. He hangs on and oh, they wreck behind. Big wreck behind, and oh man, Alex Bowman goes for a slide and into the inside fence. Hopefully he's okay. It looks to be a fairly small impact. Just a glancing blow, and oh man, the 99 of Suarez, the 6 of Kozlowski involved, and we've got ourselves a caution flag, and we will be seeing a restart here as they go ahead and wreck behind. All right, so there we go. Alex Bowman, there's a safety cruiser out there checking on Alex Bowman, and we will be along for the ride. So there we go. Yeah, I know. I'll see you at the start of that one. And no fire trucks are out there because the cars didn't catch fire, luckily. But yeah, so the three cars involved there. You had the six of the cars that have built-in fire extinguishers. So again, the ambulances are out there already, but again, they don't real. Say fire trucks are usually only in severe cases. And while yeah, that was a low for Alex Bowman, that was a fairly minor crash as far as Daytona standards go. So, no real issue there. Again, I feel bad for Suarez because he lost what could have been a really good starting spot there. And now we get another restart here. LaJoy in fourth, Alfredo in eighth. The winner takes the playoff spot, or not the playoff spot, but the spot in the 500. No, we don't want fire. Fire is bad, at least in terms of on track. Campfire is great, but there we go. Yeah, we are at 23 people hanging out in chat again. Thank you guys for everybody that has stuck with us this late into the night as we are getting closer and closer to this one. Let's see. Oh, but yeah, there goes a lot of people's picks there. All right, so yeah, we are chilling out though. Hopefully, everybody's having a good time. Yeah, right now, so far this game or this race has actually been a really good one. Hopefully, you guys have been enjoying this one. And again, we're getting ready for a 500 miles of this later on. This is going to be absolutely exceptional here. Hopefully, on Sunday. I don't know where the cat's at. SVG is on the move. Yeah, he's all the way up into the top 10. He's going to be restarting in the seventh position here. He's the top Chevy of the group. And again, these Chevys and Toyotas are going to have to work together to figure out what they're going to do about the Fords because there are so many Fords in the front of this field. It's going to be tough for any of the other manufacturers to make much happen here. so there we go. All right, this stream is now broken up into the top 5 for my most viewed streams of all time, and in fact, right now it is. It would be fifth right now. It would be in the fifth position on most viewed streams of all time for me. So welcome on in. Hopefully everybody's having a good time. Again, we got 33 people hanging out in chat. Thank you guys for everybody that has. And hey, so how's it going? Some of the folks. Hi, we got Denny Hamlin. Hi. Okay, he was just here. Okay, Denny Hamlin is currently 18th. I believe he had just had a pit road penalty. He had gotten busted for speeding on that last round of green flag stops right before this caution flag came out. So he is a little bit further back than he otherwise would have been. He and Larson both had just been on. Has Shane Van Gisbergen won his first race yet? Yes, he won his first race in his first start back at the Chicago Street Course in 2023. And then he went and won 3 Xfinity Series races last year as well. So he's gotten 4 wins on it. 4 wins in NASCAR on his resume. 1 at the Cup level, 3 at the Xfinity Series level. All right, so there we go. We are chilling out here. Hopefully everybody's having a good time. If you guys are, of course, hit the like button and subscribe if you guys are new. There we go. Again, 10 laps to go, and the question is, can Alfredo get by LaJoy for that 4th spot? As Shane Gisbergen, who is his sponsor, I think he's got the WeatherTech car tonight. WeatherTech is signed on to be one of his primary sponsors. He's also had Wendy's in the past, so he definitely has had a variety of sponsors. But I believe WeatherTech is his primary sponsor for this year. So again, first caution flag of the night. And of course, it's going to end up being a big one here. What's WeatherTech? WeatherTech are the floor liners that you would put in your car to basically protect the floor of your car from, say, water and snow. Let's see. Rubbish NASCAR hates him because of the fans dislike him, but I do. Let's. Yeah, so there we go. Who is WeatherTech? No idea what you're trying to say there. But yeah, WeatherTech's not a person, so it's not a who. But yeah, WeatherTech are rubber floor mats that you put in your car to help protect against snow, rain, mud, stuff like that. So there we go. And of course, not sponsored of this stream at least. Speed limit in NASCAR on the racetrack, absolutely nothing. On pit road, they have a 55-mile-an-hour speed limit on the pit lane at this track. There we go. Corey LaJoy and the Corey LaJoy and the Stacking Pennies motorsports team. Definitely curious to see how they end up going here. Yeah, and so far he and Anthony Alfredo both gained over 10 spots in the field, and again, both of them fighting for their spot. Winner goes to the Daytona 500, and loser goes home between the two of them. If you have 9 laps left to go, I believe they will be going doubling up this time by. Nobody coming down pit road. Let's see. And yep, there's the 1 to green. One more time to go here, and they're going to go ahead and divide them up. Split them up, and let's see. And Anthony Alfredo goes to the top line here, and that is going to be an interesting decision to see how it ends up playing out here. How do you put grass in NASCAR? Uh, there we go. They refuel the cars. They've got giant, they got giant gas cans that they go ahead and put into the port on the side of the car to go ahead and refuel the cars. All right, 8 laps to go. It'll be 7 to go when they take the green flag. So 7 laps to go. We got next to nothing here. We are closing in on the end of this one. And let's see again, Busher versus Cindric here on the restart. Now the question is can anybody beat the Penske drivers? And Cindric is still in the mix, despite he's already locked up the front. Yeah, he's already locked up second position, no matter how tonight's race goes. So. All right, so there we go. Again, we are chilling out here. How big are the fire extinguishers? Again, they're built into the. Yeah, Fredo, how's it going? All right. Hey, no problem. I appreciate you guys being here. But yeah, how big are the fire extinguishers? They are built into the. Yes, they're built into the yeah parts of the car here. And here we go. Green, green, green. Green flag is out. 7 laps to go. Busher versus Cindric. And here we go. Corey LaJoy gonna try and see if. Oh, imagine if Corey LaJoy wins the duel overall. That would be insane. Yeah, all he has to do is finish ahead of Alfredo here, and he gets the spot. As of right now, you've got yourself a three-way battle. You got Cindric and you got Cindric and Busher battling it out for the lead of the race. You've got LaJoy versus Alfredo for that transfer spot. And again, you've also got a bunch of other battles on track, as all these drivers know that each and every spot, each and every position on the racetrack, that's one less person you have to pass on Sunday. 6 laps to go. 6 more times here. This Daytona 500 or this duel race is gonna be over shortly. It looks like. All right, so here we go again. 6 laps to go. Down the back straightaway. Cindric, Logano. You got Noah Gragson on the bottom as well here, and let's see. Again, they're making this work. The question is, what can Alfredo do on that outside line? All right, so here we go. 5 laps to go. 5 more times around. Let's see. All right. Whew, there we go. All right. So again, the Penske cars on the bottom line here. They have got this. As I said, they've got the lead, and now Cindric's starting to look up to the top here to go ahead and potentially start to block here. And here we go. Here comes the run to the outside. It's going to be Busher. You've got Corey LaJoy. You've got Blaney. The question is, who's going to get this one here? Let's see. 4 laps to go. 4 more times around. So here we go. Again, right now do you know? I mean, the fire suits are just however big the driver is. They're a full body suit. from head to toe, but some of these guys are definitely taller than others. I mean, you got guys like Carson Hocevar or Austin Cindric who are both 6'5". Then you've got guys like Larson who measure up at only about 5'6". I mean, that's literally almost a full 12-inch height difference between those guys. So I mean, there are different sizes to the fire suits. But here we go. 3 laps to go. It'll be 2 at the line this time. 2 laps to go at the line this time. And here we go again. Busher and LaJoy on this top side. They have got all the momentum in the world. The question is, what can LaJoy do with it? Is he going to get too aggressive potentially? And Blaney backs off here to try and avoid pushing a non-Penske driver past the Penske guys here. All right, so there we go. Let's see. 2 to go. 2 laps to go. Austin Cindric, Joey Logano to the lead of the race here on the bottom on the bottom line here, and that top line is starting to evaporate and it's starting to fade fast here. The question is, again, we have a lap and a half to go here. About 3 miles left in this dual race, and again, you've got Logano, Cindric, Gregson, and Moore all behind him. And again, right now Alfredo has absolutely had a really rough go about it here. So here we go. White flag is out. 1 lap to go. And now here we go. We're looking for the caution lights. Next flag ends the race here. Cindric, Logano. We've got Jones in third. Could Jones be the one to make the run? To the top line goes Eric Jones. And Eric Jones making the run here on the Penske's. He's got the push from the 17. The 17 of Busher into the back bumper of Jones. Door to door through 3 and 4. Here we go. The Daytona 500 dual race 2 coming down to this one. Down to the line and then wreck behind. Down to the line and the caution flag flies. As they cross the line, Eric Jones will be your dual race 2 winner unofficially, of course, because they got to go back to the timing light and see if they threw the light before or after the line. But there we go. The Stacking Pennies performance number 01 of Corey LaJoy races his way into the field, and there we go. All right, so there we go. But yeah, here we go. Coming down the line. And Eric Jones holds off Cindric by a nose here. And assuming that, again, yeah, there we go. An inch or two there. And they're going to have to say double check this one because, again, if the caution lights came on here pretty early on, we'll have to wait and see. But again, we're gonna wait around a little bit just to see for sure if what it is. And SVG involved in the caution. He climbs out of his race car, definitely defeated here. Lights are on the racetrack before they get to the line, so I don't think we're. I think we might be looking at this one for a little bit longer here. And there's Anthony Alfredo climbing out of his car. He fought all night long, hoping for a shot at this one, and ultimately comes up just a little bit short here. All right, so there we go. Again, Anthony Alfredo, I feel so terrible for him. I mean, come on, man. Alfredo did not deserve to end up having his race finished like this. And again, we're waiting to see. The biggest thing we want to wait and see is did Jones or Cindric actually win this one? Again, right now Yeah, right now the unofficial results are showing Jones, and again at the line, Jones had it. I believe the lights did come on before he crossed the line. So again, we're trying to figure out who gets it. So there we go. Again, Eric Jones with a big time win there. All right, see you later, Eagles fan. And here we go. Again, we are gonna stick around here, wait and see what happens here. But I believe again, yeah, Eric Jones will be named the winner here. But yeah, moment of caution here. Yeah, okay, yeah, they're saying they're gonna have to take another look at this one. So let's take a moment and let's go ahead and see what this one's gonna end up being. Again, we are not done yet. This one could still be coming back around. All right, so let's see. So caution light is on, and Cindric has the nose out ahead. So Cindric is actually, I think, going to be called the winner of this race. Let's say, I think Austin Cindric has gone ahead and got this one. All right, yep. See you in September, Eagles fan. If you don't want to pop back in before then, I'll be here the entire year. Again, here we go. Let's see. Again, we might be seeing this one get changed here. Again, we'll stay here until we know who it's official. But there we go. One thing that is almost certainly official. Yeah, Corey LaJoy, absolutely. He will be the driver racing his way in. And let's see. So he just came over and told Cindric something here. And let's see. Austin Cindric has yep, there we go. Austin Cindric has the dual win. Yep, there we go. So Austin Cindric wins the duel over Eric Jones in a matter of inches. Oh my, what a way for it to end for Eric Jones. No. What a way for Duel 2 to end here. Austin Cindric getting named the winner after Eric Jones went out to celebrate as Eric Jones crossed the line with the win, but the light came on before that. And at the time the light came on, Cindric had the lead, and the next flag ended the race. So there we go. Again, Austin Cindric, your dual race winner. Eric Jones will still get to start in the second position there. So there we go. All right, so let's go ahead. We'll go through the full finishing order, and then we will be getting ready to head out of here because again, it is late and I have work tomorrow. But so let's go ahead and get through the full finishing order here. All right, so here we go. Let's see. Come on, let's get the heat race two or dual race two up on this monitor so I can actually scroll. But again, Austin Cindric getting the win over Eric Jones. These positions are basically going to be trying to judge this one. And actually, are they still looking at this? This might not be over still. Again, based on NASCAR's, or based on the camera that they keep showing, it definitely could be over here. But yeah, so I believe it will be Austin Cindric winning it, Eric Jones second, Chris Buescher will be third, fourth Denny Hamlin, fifth Joey Logano, sixth place goes to Corey LaJoy, and he will make it into the Daytona 500. Yeah, seventh Todd Gilliland, eighth Ryan Blaney, ninth John Hunter Nemechek, and rounding out your top 10 in dual race number two will be Christopher Bell. Kyle Larson comes home in the 11th position. 12th, Riley Herbst. 13th will be Anthony Alfredo, who will unfortunately miss the Daytona 500. Shane Van Gisbergen in 14th. 15th, Cody Ware. Yeah, 16th, Cole Custer. BJ McLeod in 17th. He will also fail to make the Daytona 500. Noah Gragson in 18th. 19th will be Jimmy Johnson, who time trialed his way in yesterday, and he is going to be glad he did because otherwise he would not be in this Daytona 500. Brad Keselowski coming home 12 laps off the pace in 20th after that wreck earlier in the race that brought out the first caution flag. Similarly, Daniel Suarez coming home 13 laps off the pace, and Alex Bowman, the tail end of the field, also 13 laps off the pace. Again, most of those positions are essentially tentative there as we are going to be going ahead and getting ready for this one, but there we go. All right, so have a good night, guys. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. If you guys did enjoy this live stream, feel free to hit the like button and subscribe if you guys are new so you guys don't miss any future videos or live streams. But yeah, there we go. And I will see you guys in the next stream. But until next time, again, we'll be back tomorrow for the NASCAR Truck Series race at about 7 o'clock Eastern Time. But until next time, hopefully you guys enjoyed, and I will see you guys there.